Hello, strangers. Musty Hobbit here, and we are here for another Cartridge Club Hangout. I'm sending out the link to people. Really kind of gloomy day in Iowa. It was all rainy all day. Looking forward to a baseball game that got postponed until tomorrow. So, no Cubs game today. However, I don't know. I'm sure there's a fair amount of expecting a big today, and it did not. So unfortunately, that will have to wait till next week. No spoilers on that. Although I am very excited to receive what is in that package. I will probably be doing a video about it this week, assuming that it gets here, because it's going to need to be here if I'm going to put it in a video. Anyways, I'll stop there. I don't know. Things have just been super busy. Probably the same for most of you. October is October. It's cold right now. It's probably going to warm up again, but I don't know. Looking forward to Halloween. Looking forward to dressing up and all that. So I'm pretty excited there. A lot of big game releases coming. A lot of big new shows that have sort of hit, but we get some Stranger Things happening at the end of the month. Obviously, those who are in the Mario Odyssey camp are probably fairly excited. Warm on that. I don't know that I'm an immediate purchase, although I know that the price isn't going to go down anytime soon. But I have a lot of things that I am playing, a lot of things that are on my sort of immediate to playlist, and unfortunately, Odyssey just is not it yet. But to those of you who do, I trust that you'll enjoy it. I hope you do. Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about the Nintendo World Championships a little bit, maybe briefly. On the event, it was kind of blah. I think we were all expecting something a lot more, and it didn't really hit. It didn't hit all of those points I think we're looking for. Game release being one of the big things, or game announcement that just didn't happen. They just kind of it's funny how quickly Nintendo decided to push aside the Wii U, and then their Nintendo World Championships was for the most part Wii U titles, and then some weird obscure Game Boy Color stuff, and it was very odd. Good show though. The guy that I wanted to win didn't win, but nevertheless, it's always a good time when you get the type of thing going. I've been playing my Super Nintendo Classic. Finished Super Castlevania 4 last week. I am playing, and I have it here. I'm gonna probably play some that I've been working on. So I need a K for my DC ABC challenge. And so that's probably going to be it. Hello.
Hey.
So it doesn't pick up too much.
How's it going?
Good.
I just got a bit of an echo. See if it's still there.
Hold on.
Apparently not. That was a one-time event, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
Okay. Yeah. No, things are going all right. I wish I would have had the thing that I was hoping was going to arrive today, but it did not.
That's usually how these things go.
I know. I'm really frustrated. Like, I watched tracking all day, which is probably my fault. It was just, it was one of those things where it's like in the morning I woke up and I'm like, okay, It's on the move. And then I was like, okay, by 9 o'clock it should be to another another status, and it wasn't there. And it's just like, okay, now what? And it was, yeah, I was really frustrated. And it was rainy all day. I was afraid that they'd have to leave the box outside. It's covered, but it'd still get,
Yeah.
So like I left plastic outside so they could cover it. I didn't put like a sign that says cover this up, but I thought they might catch a hint. And the mailman came super late today. And then on top of that, like, so I went out to go pick up my son, and I came back and I saw the mail truck. I'm like, okay, good. At least they're maybe they just had a late start because of the holiday yesterday or the day off that they had, and proceeded to not drop off my package. So I was like, yeah, it's okay. I'll be here soon. But no,
yeah, it's always annoying though.
Well, yeah, you've had your fair share of the things that arrive late.
Yeah, or like just like the day after the hangout.
Yeah, which is hopefully exactly what's going to happen here.
Yeah,
but
I had the pickups from 2 weeks ago, I think it was, that I got from Troy.
Mm-hmm.
He sent them out in several packages. There were 3 packages, and just for shipping cost. But he sent.
It's still funny that the 3 small packages cost less than 1 big package.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about that, but it was kind of funny. But 2 of them arrived on the Friday, and the 3rd one arrived on the Monday. They were sent out at the same time.
That's so strange.
It is.
I don't get that.
Yeah, but stuff happens. And usually not when you want it to.
Yeah. How is Destiny going?
I actually haven't played that a whole lot. I don't know if it's just kind of mood with I've been reading a lot of comics recently and just going through other types of media.
Sure.
But I just haven't really played it much for 2 weeks. I played a little yesterday because I was online with somebody watching the Star Wars trailer. And we're like, oh, might as well go see the one limited time vendor and see if we need anything. And we did that for like 2 minutes, and we started playing the Battlefront 2 beta.
How is that? Is that still going, or
Battlefront 2? Yeah, that's going until tomorrow. I don't know if it's throughout tomorrow or ends tonight. But
yeah, definitely won't bother with that.
If you have time, it's worth it. But it's coming out soon enough anyway.
Yeah, 2 months.
I enjoy the game, but I'm not sure about the ground missions, like the actual first-person shooter segments, or like shooter, because you can play third-person as well. But I don't know if it's just that I don't like the maps, or that I'm not used to it yet, or something. But it just doesn't click with me all that much. But Starfighter Assault, that is really fun.
Yeah,
like
that was the big thing that was missing the last time, right?
I think there was some Starfighter Assault in the previous one, but not in the way people wanted it. Like, this is a straight-up space battle in the beta for the new one. They changed the controls up a little bit. I haven't played much of the previous game, but I tried it enough to know that the controls were different. But once you're used to them, they're a lot better. Turning off rolling helped, because it's really weird. You accelerate and decelerate by pushing the left stick forward and backwards. But that same stick controls left and right, rolling the ship.
Interesting.
Like tilting it. Which is like, since the right stick controls basically all other movement, you end up trying to boost and you end up like turning and going into a ship instead of doing what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I'll have to give that. I gotta wonder if they're gonna do, because they did a demo for the one the last time, right? I think.
A demo?
Remember right? Didn't they?
Like what kind of demo?
Like, didn't they do like a short, like 1 level, like against like survival mode or something on the previous one?
I don't think so. There's no campaign in the previous one, so I don't know what they would have done there. They may have done a free weekend or something. They did a couple of those.
Okay.
Yeah. The campaign in this one and the Starfighter Assault are enough to sell me, even if I don't like the ground combat and multiplayer.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. And I read the novel that is kind of a prequel to the campaign, just with the same team, Inferno Squad, that you're playing as. That's really good. So if the campaign's anything like that book, I'm looking forward to it.
That's good. So I guess I should give you... so I'm not sure if you saw my responses to the trailer, or my lack of responses. I basically said I'm watching it once, and that's it. And I proceeded to mute about every Twitter word I could think of that might be people talking about the movie. That's not to say that I don't want people to talk about it, because I have a feeling that it might come up. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going back into like analysis mode, or because there's plenty that I saw just in one viewing where it's like, okay, I think I know what they're doing, unless they're pulling a big time like fake out
mind trick.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of mind tricks going on there. Lots of lies and deceptions. They even have a line in there of "this isn't going to go the way you think," and I think that's there for more reasons than just dramatic tension.
Yeah. So
needless to say, I watched the trailer like 40, 50 times just since it came out.
Yeah, like there were some lines where it's like I heard it the one time, it's like I don't know that I want to or need to hear it again. I also don't know that I understood what was said in some of them.
Yeah, I had a little bit of line confusion in one scene with Luke, just where I heard him say one thing, and then the person I was watching it with said, "No, he said this," and I went back and I'm like, "Wait, you're right. I don't know why I heard it the other way." And it completely changes the context of the entire line.
Yeah.
But it just Luke kind of fumbles over one word. So
the same line that I'm not sure how I think I missed the second half of it somehow. I don't know why. I don't know how.
Either way, there's a lot to dig into in that trailer.
I bet.
Yeah, but the thing I like about it is that it gave me more questions than it did answers. Like, for everything it answered about what I wanted to know, it added like 3 or 4 more questions about I'm not sure where they're going with that. But damn, there's a lot of cool stuff in that trailer.
Yeah, I hear an awful lot of in Snoke.
Hear a lot of what?
The actor.
You keep cutting out.
Oh, Andy Serkis, the guy who played Gollum.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I'm aware of Andy Serkis. It's just I wouldn't say Andy Serkis.
It's very obvious that it's him.
Yeah, but that's totally fine. He does a good job.
It is totally fine because he's the best at what he does there.
Yeah,
but we'll have to see. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I don't know that I'm going to go like. Some people went and bought their tickets already and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know that I need to do that.
Yeah, I don't think so. If it gets closer to the opening day and I want to go opening day, I might do that, but I don't think I want to deal with the hassle.
Yeah.
Even though that's going to be torture, waiting even a few days to see that movie.
Oh, yeah. well,
yeah, I did that with Force Awakens.
The way people watch Game of Thrones is any indication on how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do whatever you can to get it watched as soon as possible.
Yeah, I went on the Monday after Force Awakens, and I already knew too much.
Playing your SNES Classic and all?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, I haven't been playing it as much as I would like. Anyway,
it's been nice.
Hey,
I've woken up early a couple of times to like get a little bit of game time in because the convenience factor is excellent.
Yeah.
Hi, Eric.
I'm on mute. Hello.
Hello. It's kind of a weird, lazy day here. It was all gloomy and rainy all day, and I thought that there'd be a baseball game to break up that, and it didn't happen.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's okay. You got 2 weeks to Portland now? Next week?
Less than. By 2 weeks from today, it'll be over. Bummer. My brother-in-law's coming a week from tomorrow on Wednesday. The rest of the crew's coming Thursday, and then the weekend, and then everybody will be gone Monday, and Tuesday we'll be back here. Anyway,
it'll be a lot to talk about.
I'm starting to get excited about it, but we don't have to talk about it.
No, we can, or we can wait till I assume Ryan will get here at some point.
Yeah. Well,
I sent a couple of my coworkers on a mission today because of the intel that we got from Julian.
Yeah, was the intel good or bad?
This store was not good intel for the. I mean, it wasn't for this.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
So they're still out of luck, huh?
I mean, I sent them the article. I didn't tell them to go. I was just like, hey,
yeah.
Just so you know. It's okay. They're all fighting. They're fighting over my my reserved copy.
Oh, sounds like the price just went up then.
I really don't want to do that.
No, you shouldn't. Unfortunately, you're in a tough situation, right? Because who gets it?
Well, they've kind of already said that they might do a joint custody thing.
Yeah, that works out well. Okay. Do these people all live together, or?
No, I mean these are two different coworkers.
Okay. Are they friends outside of work?
I mean they're very good acquaintances at work.
Okay.
I don't know that. I don't honestly. Once the money's in my hand, I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I care either. That's an amusing situation. I know Travis is sharing his PS4 with somebody, but
Hokey Brews.
I don't know who that is. That somebody is that somebody we know, or?
No, I mean they brought him up a few times.
Yeah. But it's not somebody in the Cartridge Club, right? It's not.
I would say maybe peripherally, but no,
really?
not.
Okay. Well, I don't know who it is. Sorry.
Like via Polykill, he is kind of in the mix.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am definitely enjoying our NES, SNES, SNES. What's the bad way to say it? SNES? People don't like it if you say SNES?
SNES. SNES.
Yeah.
SNES? I never call it an SNES. That's the one people don't like?
I've never heard that before.
Never heard it before. Somebody threw that out there as an option, and we're all just like, what?
So saying SNES is okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I think SNES and SNES are interchangeable in terms of how people actually care.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But they're both pronunciations of an acronym. Who cares?
That's right. Anyway, yeah, we're enjoying ours.
Mm.
I guess.
I guess it's okay.
No, it's. I mean, look. We don't play it every day. It's
Yeah.
only a couple times on. I've only played it a couple of times, but it's nice that Super Castlevania's on there.
Yeah.
And
was that intentionally timed, or did it just work out that way?
It just worked out.
That's awesome.
But yeah, worked out nice. And I was telling Melissa, you know, she played Final Fantasy IV. Well, Final Fantasy VI is on this one, and Secret of Mana's on it, and Earthbound's on it. So these are now likely going to be our preferred way to play these games because it's with a Super Nintendo controller, and it's not going to suffer from battery memory loss. Yeah. So a much more reliable and closer to authentic experience. So I'll probably use it as my preferred way to play some of those RPGs. And Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. But
so yeah.
I tried Final Fantasy VI, and it was much similar situation to 4 for me. It just doesn't click.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've never gotten into any Final Fantasy. I've bought like 10 of them, but I've not gotten into any of them.
Really? Well, yeah. I never. 7 was my first, and coming off of a 16-bit RPG like Phantasy Star, where it was pretty traditional, I was like, what the hell is this? This is they keep forcing me into, you know, I can't explore. They keep forcing the plot along when I'm not expecting it. I didn't know what the hell any of the items were. Phoenix Down. What the hell is that? The names, like, I had to get used to them because I mean, Phantasy Star's no better. They're called Monomate. Well, that doesn't. That's the healing item, and you know, okay. Yeah. So but Final Fantasy VII blew me away. I didn't get it, but then playing some of the other ones, I'm definitely enjoying them more. I'm sorry that you're not. I'm sorry that you're not enjoying them, but. Yeah, I love 6. I think the intro to 6 is fantastic. I get to chills
it's great. It's a really cool aesthetic, and the way they started that up is really cool, technically and just visually. It's just mechanically, I cannot do it with those games. Mechanically, and the way they design the environments, they just drive me nuts. They're not intuitive to me. I don't think they're bad games. It's just something with my mind. I can't make the connection there.
You know, I don't know if this is in the latest Polykill or I think it was, so I apologize. Do you guys know about Travis in Final Fantasy 2 or 4?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll say this much, and hopefully this isn't too much of a spoiler for the podcast, but he, like James, he didn't realize you could heal the whole party. So he went through the entire game not realizing he could heal his whole party at one time. That's a very challenging way to play that game.
Yeah. I can imagine.
He didn't discover that until the very end, apparently, and he was like, oh my gosh.
I think I discovered that by accident.
Yeah, he discovered it. Yeah. But, you know, he goes on to say, have either of you listened to the podcast?
No.
I did.
I'm sorry?
I'm just a bit behind. And Musty has listened to it. I keep cutting him off. Sorry.
You have Musty? Okay. So do you mind if I mention the one part that I find funny is
go for it. Yeah.
He didn't know about how to do that. And then, you know, Jake asked him, well, did you read the manual? No. Did you read any of the dialogue or instructions in the game? No. Well, okay. No surprise you didn't, you know about it then, right? Hi, girl. That's my daughter. Are you going up? Anyway, I'm not trying to pick on, you know, I'm not really picking on Travis. I just found it funny. It's like, well, you didn't know about it, but you also, you know, didn't read about it or didn't.
Yeah, that's kind of one of my but that's kind of one of my problems with that game and Final Fantasy in general, is that usually the game should put it like face front the way to find that out. Like, it should either give you a quick little description and like put the person that tells you about it like right in front of you, not like in some side room in the castle.
Is that how it works?
Like, I found that to be the case. Like, I walked around the castle when I first started playing Final Fantasy 4. I'm not going to call it 2. Is
and Thank you.
That but that is a little mix up in my mind. But point was, I was walking around the castle like when you spawn in. And I was like, okay, I'll talk to the people to the right here, to the left, and it's like, okay, they don't tell me anything, so I'm going off to what I have to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, apparently they were like downstairs. It's like, why do I have to like go out of my way to find out how to play the video game?
It's almost like a dining area, right? There's like a table they're all sitting at.
Is that where they tell you in Final Fantasy IV?
Yeah, it's like this back room. It's like, the hell, I have to go behind. Like if the game started out in a tavern, you have to like go out in the back alley and talk to a hobo to find out how to defend. It's like, what the hell is this?
Well, I'm with you there. I can't argue that point. You're absolutely right, because I've played Final Fantasy, and like I mentioned, I found it very, I don't know what the right word is.
Unintuitive.
Opaque. Yeah, some of the systems and how things work are just not intuitive. So yeah, I'm not gonna fault Travis. I'm not gonna fault people too much.
Yeah,
because if it is like if it's, I agree. It's like you said, and that's they don't always make it real clear. There's a number of things I didn't discuss. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. I'm I've been playing Final Fantasy V, and I keep having to look stuff up. I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't this working? Why are all my options grayed out? Why can I only do it on my character? It's like I was doing a move the other day, and it was like fire, and it was like it would only let me select my characters. I'm like, no, I want to use fire on the enemies, not on my own. Well, it's because I was applying the fire attribute to my own weapons, so that when I attack, they have the fire, attribute. But I thought it was just like a fire spell, and I'm like, why the hell am I only? So anyway, the systems, I agree. The systems can be a little bit opaque, and and maybe it's just that I knew from past games.
I noticed James's comment in the chat.
Oh, I should read it. Oh crap! Is Travis in the chat?
I don't want it to come off as that we're mocking people who missed that. That's not no. The point.
Oh no, that's not what I meant.
It's actually kind of mind-boggling that people could make it that far without that, because I made liberal use of that, especially in the sort of like that mid game where you're not quite able to one shot, or at least one round, take out enemies. Being able to do that without party healing or without multi-enemy damage just blows my mind.
No. James, no, we're not laughing at you, man. It's definitely harder. I just found Travis's comment funny, where he's like, he didn't know about it, but then he also was skipping all this stuff that might possibly explain
skipping.
But yeah.
Missing would probably be a better word.
He admitted he was like skipping over the dialogue, like I don't care.
Okay.
It's not like he was not going down to some obscure basement. It was like he admitted to skipping all the text because he didn't care.
Yeah, that's a fair point then.
So I found that amusing.
Yeah,
but no, I can't believe James. I know James made it halfway or something, or most of the way through the game, and Travis made it all the way to the end. And it's crazy because I just tell him, listen, no, you got to heal everybody in your party right away. And I knew about it because maybe I played the games and discovered it, because it's pretty common. I mean, I think a lot of Final Fantasy games allow you to do that. You hit the back button or the away button or something, and it'll select everybody.
Yeah, but honestly, with Final Fantasy, and I get people like these games, and I don't think they're bad just because I don't like them, but I don't understand how they're as popular as they are, since they have, for what I have played, like up until Final Fantasy X, I haven't played every single title, but I've played a couple here and there, like from the first one, 4, a little bit of 3 on the DS, and just a couple other ones between that and 10 and 14. Which is the only one I actually enjoyed because it plays nothing like Final Fantasy. But and the demo of 8, I actually enjoyed that as a kid. But
I think 8's like battle mechanic does not get like it's. I'm distracting from what you were saying, but it's slightly more obtuse. But it once you really get to learn it I find it.
Yeah, but
there's actually some rhythm to it, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I just find that they didn't seem to learn a whole heck of a lot in terms of improving their systems. I could be very wrong in that, but they keep seeming to make some of the similar mistakes through every entry. At least they're mistakes in my mind, just in terms of intuitiveness of control. Which is why I'm more of a Dragon Quest player. The mechanics are very simple, but they have them down like ironclad. They are set. They are pretty much perfect. And everything else is building on top of that, or the story or the characters or other peripheral gameplay, but the base mechanics are just smooth. Same with Pokemon. They do that. Imagine if Pokemon was as unintuitive as Final Fantasy, if that would still be popular today.
That's a good point.
Like, name one other RPG that is that freaking mind-bogglingly confusing when you first play it, that is actually still well-regarded. That is actually still well-regarded massively. Like, not a like cult classic, but like a actual classic.
Musty, was 8 your first Final Fantasy?
No. 1 was my first Final Fantasy.
What'd you play 1 on?
NES.
You did?
Yep.
When?
90, maybe 91.
Okay, so right around the, I mean, not too long after it came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it came out in 89. Yeah, it was 89.
Are you sure? Okay. I thought it was later than that.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was 89.
So what did you play next? Which Final Fantasy did you play after 1?
The next one I played was... I watched a friend play portions of 7. Like, he wanted to show... He was like, this is amazing. Let me show you this.
Yeah.
So, like, he had his saves... He was the one who had, like, save files at all the, like... Whenever there was something cool, the next time he saved, he would save it on a separate one so he could go back and revisit that moment.
Wow.
Like, right before the motorcycle thing in 7, there's one of the first CG scenes where you see Tifa for the first time.
Yeah.
He saved before that.
Okay.
And after that. But that was one of those ones where he's like, I'm going to play through... Like, he basically played through all of... And showed me that, but then shortly after that, 8 came out. I think he continued to play that, but then I played 8, and then I played 7 after that.
Okay, so you said 1 was your first, and then the next one you actually played was 8.
The next one I actually played was 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually liked what I played of the first one on PSP. I downloaded that while I was playing 4, just because, like, I gotta try another game in this series again, just to see if this is the case through all of them, or if this one's just messing with me. And I found the first one to be actually more intuitive than the fourth one.
Yeah.
And I actually really like the opening of that game, because it came out after the original Dragon Quest, which is much harder to play today, not due to gameplay, but just in terms of being really basic and monotonous.
Yeah.
Like, they definitely learned moving forward with that franchise. But I like the just kind of jab to Dragon Quest that the opening of Final Fantasy is, because the first thing you do is the entire premise of Dragon Quest. And it's like, okay, now that you've done the tutorial, move on, build the bridge, and actually play the video game.
Yeah. I never realized that, and I always thought the beginning of Final Fantasy 1 was kind of weird. It's like, wait a minute, I'm doing all of this already right now? What the hell's the rest of the game?
It is a very clear jab at Dragon Quest's simplicity, which I appreciate.
I tried playing Final Fantasy 1 on the NES right up until the point where I was attacking thin air and said, okay, I'm done with this.
See, I liked that mechanic.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something they corrected with the Origins, right?
Yes,
like,
and that's how
you
I
could
played
enable or disable that.
And I ended up playing it that way.
What is this attacking thin air thing?
So let's say you have 2 enemies, right? And you set everyone to attack that one enemy. When it dies, people continue to attack where that enemy was.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
It doesn't automatically select the next most logical enemy.
It doesn't select
I felt like
any
that,
enemy. Forget most logical. You could pick the most illogical, and it would still make more sense than what they actually did. People like it because it offers a strategy. You have to know exactly what your hits are going to do and how much life the enemies have left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I would always I would plan out my round and you know, it wasn't me. I wouldn't focus on one enemy because I'd have a chance of, you know, if that first guy, you know, gets critical hit, that enemy may be gone. And then all of a sudden I've wasted 3 rounds. So I would disperse my attacks among enemies, and I would know that, okay, if I did really well on this round, I could put my black mage attacking in the second round. Like I'd have to really kind of lead from what is effectively a starter RPG. But
man, I played enough. Final Fantasy 1 was not my first RPG. I played a number of them before that, and none of them had ever done anything like that. And I always thought it was a given. Because I remember playing RPGs and saying, "Oh, thank God, you know, they let the person do what would any normal human being would do in a battle encounter. They would not go swinging their sword wildly at thin air, right? They would attack the next thing."
Right.
And I'd never played an RPG that didn't do that until I played Final Fantasy 1, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" Anyway, yeah, I couldn't play it, so I played the Origin versions, and I played it with that option turned off or switched, and we can argue if you really want about the rules, my rules for winning on that one, but I'm kidding, of course. I don't really want to talk about that. But I was going to say, the reason I was asking about which ones you'd played first and whatnot is because, Musty, I think you're a fan of Final Fantasy, and I was going to claim that Final Fantasy 1, and I'm projecting, right? This is my own experience. Final Fantasy 1 is not a great RPG now. Maybe people will argue that. When I played it, it was many years later, so maybe, you know, hindsight.
Great for the time.
But look, I mean, okay, so I'm a Sega fan, right? Phantasy Star came out in the U.S. a year or more before Final Fantasy and was superior in almost every way. So it always blew my mind that when Final Fantasy was finally released, it was not as good as Phantasy Star, and it was still considered. So I never thought Final Fantasy itself was the big deal. I always figured it was the Super Nintendo ones that were the big deal. And to be honest with you, people were carrying that nostalgia
like that
for the
case.
Huh?
I feel like that could be the case that really one didn't become like I don't remember one being a huge deal other than it.
No.
It was one of the guides that the Nintendo Power did.
Yeah.
You know, but I think 4 and 6, you know, kind of become the cornerstones for what, you know, everything after that became.
I agree. And I think, to be honest with you, 4, 6, 7, sorry, Musty, I haven't played 8. Those 3 are carrying the weight of the Final Fantasy through. I mean, 10's pretty good. I enjoyed 13. People hated 13. I hear 15's pretty 13. Good. But and now I'm hearing everybody's talking about how great 9 is. I mean, nobody was talking about 9. When 9 came out, I mean, it was 7 was huge. I remember when 7 came out, that was a huge deal. Everybody was talking. I mean, it was insane. That thing sold PlayStations. When 9 came out, I don't remember there being a whole lot of noise about it, but now people are talking about it. And nobody talks about 12. Except now it's been released.
Even that re-release was kind of just brushed under the...
I'd like to get that.
I like the demo for 12 as well. But that also doesn't play like typical Final Fantasy, so that's probably another reason.
Which one did you say?
12.
You liked 12?
I liked what I played of it. I didn't play much.
Yeah. That one had the weird like auto arcing thing or something.
Yeah.
It had some interesting mechanic. Yeah, I'd like to play 12.
Well, that could also be because I was a little bit more biased against turn-based at the time, even though I had grown up on Pokemon. That I liked more like Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that at the time. So that's probably why I liked 12, because it was less turn-based.
A little more action-y.
Yeah, but I grew to appreciate turn-based after. But I think Kingdom Hearts is the first RPG I actually... Nope. Kingdom Hearts 2 was the first RPG I actually finished. That or Infinite Undiscovery on the 360. I do not remember what I actually finished on the PS2, to be honest.
Ooh, let me ask you, have either of you played Eternal Sonata?
A little bit, yes.
Is it worth picking up for a couple bucks?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't played it, but I definitely would. That game looks gorgeous. I'd love to play it.
It's an interesting title in just terms of like what the setting is and the design of the art. And the combat system is pretty interesting too, like with shadow and light and kind of an active motion turn-based, kind of like Ni no Kuni, but not quite, I guess. I haven't played a lot of Ni no Kuni either, which is nuts to me.
Eric, I know we had talked about that GameStop deal recently. Maybe it was a couple weeks ago. And I have come to realize that it is in-store as well.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Musty? What was that last part?
That GameStop deal that we were talking about 2 weeks ago, maybe, is in-store as well.
The 4 for, yeah.
Yeah, so
that
like the
4 for 40, 4 for 10, 4 for 20 deal?
Yeah, 4 $5 games for 10.
Yeah.
4 $10 games for 20 and 4 $18 games for 40.
Yeah, that was cute.
The problem is, so I went in there today and so many of the games I wanted were $18.99 and $17.99 is the cutoff. So I asked him, I'm like, I'm a pro member. Does that drop me under the $18? Does it count?
What do you say? Because my guy said no.
She tried it. She's like, well, go grab me one. So I grabbed a game, brought it up. She rang it 4 times and it didn't bump it down. Yeah. So I was like, okay.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
No, it's
the other day,
like
looking at a bunch of stuff.
I almost moved on some stuff because they have a copy of Too Human there, which is one that I always wanted to have.
Yeah, that game should be pretty cheap though.
It's $5.
Yeah, I was gonna say that should be more than $5.
Yeah, so the problem is Eternal Sonata was $7. It was $6.99. So then that automatically puts me into the $9, the $10 or less tier.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find enough $10 games to make up for the fact that one of the games was going to be $5.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, here's the question though: were you trying to buy the PS3 or 360 copy
of Too Human, or Eternal Sonata? 360.
Okay, then you were saved from making a mistake. Yeah, the PS3 one.
Really? Okay.
There's just more content on PS3, and I think they may have tweaked it a little.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it had that copy actually had the manual and stuff and original cover art. So I was like, well, but yeah. I too have not played Mystic Quest yet, but I have it. I think Kyle's played it. He's brought it up before.
Mystic Quest?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you looking at the chat? I was talking to Chris about maybe that was on my list. I'm thinking about putting it on my list. Or maybe some. What do you guys know about Secret of Evermore? Is that a good one?
That's Sean loves that.
Yeah, the bros like it. They did it on the show already.
So no on that one then, huh? I'm just kidding. Yeah,
it's cheaper than Mana, right? It's like, but no one really talks about it.
I have Mana already. Yeah.
It's cheaper than Mana. It does not have a multiplayer ability. Like there's not that. Although although the title would imply that it has some similarities, it's really like what the wheel function is about the one thing that carried over. Everything else is totally different.
Yeah, it's not in the same series at all, is it? It's not a Seiken Densetsu game, is it?
No.
Like Secret of Mana is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I pronounced that right. That's how I pronounce it in my head.
Mana?
No, it's the Seiken. Isn't it Seiken Densetsu games?
I think it's Seiken Densetsu.
Seiken? Yeah, that's probably right.
And it's
SEI, right? Seiken, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Seiken.
And I think it's Mana in that case, but it's not a huge deal.
What did I say, Mana?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least I don't say lava.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys caught that. As just no, that was a P2 thing on the CC Portable.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we'll see. I might try to get some SNES RPGs. I'd like to maybe think about getting Breath of Fire, right?
Yeah, Breath of Fire.
It's another series I've never gotten into.
Yoshi loves the Breath of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yoshi loves physics and math.
It's true.
Which is also why he likes Final Fantasy IV. Kidding.
Oh man.
If you bring those things up, he'll show up.
Oh, Yoshi. Yeah, I know. All I got to do is say derivatives, and Yoshi will, what? What's that?
Yeah.
I'm needed somewhere, and he'll jump into the thing.
You gotta say it 3 times though.
No, I'm not saying. I don't want to hear about math right now. Anyway. All right. What else? I gotta play Final Fantasy VIII someday.
Kirby's Dream Course is awesome.
Is it?
I think that's the first time I've heard that said.
Yeah. Isn't that the weird golf one or the weird like?
Yeah. I need to play that still.
I haven't tried either of the Kirby games. I wish they had included Kirby
Dreamland
Adventure?
3.
Dreamland. Yeah.
Dreamland 3.
Dreamland 3.
The hard one to find? The expensive one. That's
Sure.
The expensive one.
It's not like they don't have a lot of hard to find expensive games on there, so I'm grateful for that. But the Superstar Saga, is that what the other one is? Isn't that just a collection of mini games?
Yes, but I think one of them is a remake of Dreamland.
Oh, is that right? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you might be
There's
right.
something.
And it's more like just
There's like
different
Dreamland
kinds of
esque
little
levels.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rather than just like mini games, they're just like different smaller games.
I got you. Okay. Yeah.
But I'm just
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
and just making that distinction over mini games, not because that's necessarily wrong. It's just like that implies something like whack-a-mole with Kirby, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
It's like different kinds. Like there's like a different, like a kind of a treasure collecting game in there, isn't there?
Oh,
And like,
I mean, I could just pause
Road
this right
Race.
now and find out for you.
Sure.
Don't sweat it. Are you playing Dream Course?
I'm playing Dream Course right now. Yeah,
All right.
it's fun.
Have you finished? You have finished Castlevania, haven't you?
I did. I did start it 2 days early. For shame.
You should try to complete it without.
Well, hey,
save
I have
states.
these missions now. I have this mission I need to finish, so I can be in on the fun in November.
Here's the thing with the save states on the Super Nintendo Classic, though.
Yeah.
I don't think that's as much of an issue as people are making it out to be, because it's so hard to do a save state on that system.
Yeah.
That I don't think it's a practical means of making the game easier, unless you have it like on your knee while you're playing the game.
You can also just not do it.
Yeah, you can also just not do it, but I don't think people are doing it as much as people are implying people could do it with Super Nintendo Classic, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's less practical than it sounds when people talk about it.
I got you.
Me and Eric, no save states.
I barely.
What about
do
rewinding? What about rewinding? Those aren't save states, are they?
That's a no-go too. That's a double no-go.
I don't even know how to do that, nor do I care to try.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it either.
But,
That's double cheating.
It's double cheating.
No, so the rewind thing? At first, it takes you back 30 seconds, and then you can get up to any point in that 30-second range. So it's a save state, but then you can figure out where you want to hop back in to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you don't have to use
Cheat.
it. There's no obligation to use it.
I only use save states when I'm just done for the day playing it. And then it's like, okay, I'm just going to stop here. I'm not going to manipulate my lives or continues or anything. I'm going to leave it exactly as it was, but I'm going to stop here so I don't have to play it all over again.
I like that. I like that approach.
Yeah, it's like basically just pausing and leaving the system on without having to actually leave the system on.
Yeah.
I also, as said before, I like just saving where the password screen would normally be, and then you don't have to deal with that.
Yeah. I've started to kind of do that. But Ryan, I am using save states.
Cheater.
I don't, well, yeah. I'm using them to. Oh, fine.
Against your rules.
It is against the rules. I can't count it as a legitimate, completion of the game. But I am doing it. I did it with Mega Man too. I did it to get through the game and experience the game and practice certain areas, and then I went back and played it on the original hardware. I can't count it. These rules. I have to play it on the original hardware anyway, so I got to go back on the Super Nintendo and play the cartridge.
I don't think this is a game that's. I think Mega Man 2 is harder than Super Castlevania 4, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree.
I'm struggling on level 3 on it's 3-3 or 3-4 or something, where I don't know what the hell it is. That's tripping me up.
What
Something's
does it look
tripping.
like?
It's kind of vertical.
Is that the chandelier level?
No, it's
way later.
That's 5 or 6 or something.
I think one of the.
It's not the water level. That's the second one, right?
It's maybe it's no. I thought it was
where the stream's going down, and I'm gonna look up a walkthrough here.
I don't know. It's something. I'm pretty sure it's the third area. It. Hang on a second.
Stupid kids. Where are we? So part 3. According to this guy is
the third area is the swamp area, isn't it? That's a bit vertical.
It's the caves, and eventually you fight the Hydra.
Yeah, the caves. The design of some of these levels makes it hard to tell like what they actually are. At least for me, caves make sense. I could only think of swamp for that for some reason.
Yeah, it's the one where you go and you fight the Hydra and you have to climb up. Maybe that's the part he's having difficulty.
Yeah, that is vertical, so that makes sense. And I think that is the third area. The water one's the second area.
Is that the part that with the buzzsaw and then the moving platforms?
That's level 9.
Yeah, that's later than even I am right now.
I know, because then you fight the mummy at the top.
Mummy.
Actually,
level 8 was way worse than 9, in my opinion. I know some people are, well, at least I think P2 was on 9, but 8 was because everything's a 1-kill death on level 8. That one took me about an hour to do.
1-hit death.
Yeah. Where if you hit like everything, because there's nothing but like spikes and everything.
Yeah.
That one was worse than level 9. Level 9 is tricky because you have to get to a certain area, and then there's the platforms you have to keep jumping, otherwise you hit a spike. But once you kind of learn the pattern, it's not as bad. Because I didn't think the boss rush at the end was that bad either, because it saves you after every boss rush, at least in the continues. So you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about beating 4 bosses in order to continue the level. Spoilers.
Yeah, I cheesed death a little bit. A lot of the bosses are cheesable. Let's just say that.
Yeah. A lot of them are really easy.
Yeah.
Not that stupid dancing couple, though.
Yeah, it was a little tricky. That or I thought I died a couple times with the bat that breaks up into pieces.
Yeah, that's a pain.
The coin bat, or whatever you feel.
Yeah, just because the coins keep hitting you.
Mm-hmm.
The gold bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gold bat.
That bird guy, the bird for us was probably that one, and I think Dracula were probably maybe they were pretty tough too on that last boss rush.
Yeah,
the boss rush, you fight some bird guy with the staff, and I thought he was kind of tricky, but
oh, that guy, he looked like a bird.
Yeah, the bird skeleton.
Yeah, that guy had a pattern down that was that was tricky.
Is that the guy that shows up again in Symphony of the Night, where it's like 2 bosses at once early on?
Probably.
Yeah, I'd have to look at that. But Eric, you're in the caves level.
That sounds right. Yeah,
that is
the third one.
Yeah, it is, and that is pretty vertical. That is kind of annoying.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's tripping me up. I can't remember, but I'm having trouble.
Those little creatures that go around the platform.
Yeah. So I think I got past that part, but yeah, those guys were tripping me up a little bit because you got to jump real quick, and then there's one where I feel like I'm going vertical, and then there are these snake heads or something, and that's as far as I've gotten.
That's the boss.
Yeah. The Hydra.
Yeah. No, then I've gotten past that. Maybe I got to 4. Anyway, the point was I noticed, at least for me, 1 and 2 were not a big deal, and then I got to 3, and I kept having to I kept having to restart, and the continues bring you all the way back to 3.1.
Yeah.
And so you'd have to. So I finally said I'm going to
save
save
state playing the game over and over again. You get good playing the game over and over again.
Yeah, I know. That's another reason not to use save states.
Yeah,
but I did finally say I'm sick of playing this part again and again, so I'll just save it when I get to the part I'm having trouble with, and then practice from there.
Musty, did you know about the right before Dracula, the hidden stairs?
No.
What?
Yeah, there's I guess that's also in the first game too, but I haven't got to that part yet. It's the same thing because I still don't understand because I've heard Super Castlevania 4 is a remake of the first game.
Yeah,
I've heard that too, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah,
are the levels that similar? They don't.
No, I don't see any patterns similar.
I think it's more of a thematic remake. Like you're playing the same character and it's the same story.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
But they update the gameplay and they change levels up a bit.
Then just call it Super Castlevania. Don't call it Super Castlevania 4. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Like okay, whatever.
Stupid Nintendo.
Like the timeline of Castlevania already makes enough sense without that.
That's true.
Just letting you know, Eric, though, like if you die after fighting Dracula, there's a hidden stairway that will help you out fighting Dracula immensely.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like in most of the Dracula fights in these games, there's a hidden staircase, isn't there? Yeah. Like at the beginning of Symphony of the Night, there's one, which means there's also one at the end of.
Is there really?
Rondo of Blood, I guess.
I know there's one. There's one apparently though in front right before you fight Dracula at the in the first game too, where it makes it basically just fills up everything for you. So you're ready to go. You're fully ready to fight Dracula.
Yeah, just a little item.
It's awfully nice. It's fully nice.
Yeah, a little item room.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know
another thing with the Dracula fight, which I wish I had known you could do before I had done it and beaten the game without doing it, was when you can just hold the whip button and just let the whip fall.
Oh yeah.
You can block his attacks with the flat whip.
Oh, that's.
What is that? What? Oh, you didn't know that? Musty?
I mean, I was playing.
I'm sure
dodge mode.
Wasn't if you were in safe state, and you could probably would have figured it out.
Yeah, I don't know if you can block all his attacks with that, but I found out about that after I beat the game, and I'm like, wish I had known that.
Really? Yeah, I didn't.
That would have made it so much easier.
I'll be damned.
But it acts as a little shield. I don't know how often you can actually use it, but I'll be using that when I get to it this time.
Cool.
Assuming I don't forget about it again.
I wasn't save stating. I was not save state chapter breaks.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. What'd you say?
I was not save stating in the way that Ryan is suggesting.
Ah. Yeah.
I don't know how save stating in the way you were talking about wouldn't be a legitimate win. If you're not manipulating anything or like reloading it after dying and stuff like that, I don't think that's really an issue.
Well, that's where I have the problem with it, is if you save state, right, and you do it every minute or something, and you make a mistake like, oh, I missed the jump, I'm just gonna, instead of wasting
reload
life, I'm gonna go reload from the save state. Well, okay.
Yeah, that's when you're being cheesy.
Yeah.
But loading for convenience of like, I don't want to have to replay the entire game again, but I have to go do something, and I don't want to keep this on, so I'm going to save here and turn it off, come back, and continue where I was.
Yeah, I think is a legitimate use.
Or where the password screen would be.
Yeah.
That's where saves would be if they had the technology or desire to use it. Not going to get into that weekly topic, but...
So you save it on the desk screen? Because that's where the password screens are. On Super Castlevania 4.
No, I don't do that with that game. It depends on the game, but like Mega Man, when you like finish a stage and get a password, you can save at the password.
Yeah, like if I died and I wanted to save where I was at, I would leave it and select continue. Like I never saw the password screen because I was just save stating instead.
Exactly.
And
it's just replacing that archaic function with a more practical means. That's it. But it serves the same purpose.
I think what all I'm trying to say, guys, is that I'm better than you.
All right.
I don't give a damn.
I think that's what we're just getting down to, right?
Yep.
No judgment, though, right?
No judgment. No judgment. You play the game the way you like.
Oh God. Yeah. I don't want to get into all that.
Yeah. I don't know, P2. I feel every time you say no judgment, I feel kind of judged.
Oh, that was great. WXY. Okay, sorry. Going over my lists here.
Sure.
Gotta put some new things on the list for PRGE here.
Ooh, that reminds me, I should cross one thing off because I got something in the mail today.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I actually don't have any
At least
pickups.
somebody gets their mail.
Did you not get your package, Musty?
Rain, sleet, or snow?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sure. It was plenty rainy.
Did you didn't get it?
It did not come. I haven't looked at tracking since 8 p.m. But let me look.
It was not working for you. The tracking, was it?
The tracking it was a frustrating day. I have the tracking number memorized now.
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to say something on that. I don't think you should trust completely the tracking information on apps, because I don't know if I mentioned it when Destiny 2 came out, but I had been looking at the tracking all day when that was supposed to be coming out. And I'm like, geez, it's like 5 o'clock. Why isn't this package here yet? And then it updated, and it's like, your package has been delivered, and it tells you the information of when it was delivered. And it's like, this was delivered at 1:30. Why didn't you tell me then?
Yeah,
I waited 4 hours.
I've had that happen where there's a
In my
surge of
mailbox.
a bunch of steps all of a sudden come through all at once. It's like they didn't sync something, but this still says it's expected by 8 p.m. Tuesday. The last tracking is from this morning at 4:56 a.m. when it departed Des Moines, Iowa. I am 2 hours away from Des Moines, Iowa.
Just drove and got it.
This is a legitimate point.
Yeah.
I've actually done that. I've done that once where I was at the Oak Creek facility, and that's like a 15-minute drive, and it was like to be delivered tomorrow. I just drove there and I said, "Can I just pick it up? I'm right here," and then waited 10 minutes, showed him my ID, and I picked it up.
Really? See, that's the thing. If I had known that it wasn't going to go out today, I would have gone to the post office.
Yeah.
But everything here was like, it should be here today. It should be coming out. Because if it missed getting loaded onto the truck, I could have gone. I had time after work to go and get that done. So, but whatever.
All right, Musty. Yeah, normally
it's fine.
Normally,
it's
Have you
not
checked recently though to see if it just arrived.
Well, I was upstairs.
Physically.
I haven't checked after 8 p.m., but my wife and kid are upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, that's just one.
I don't think it's like the mail came.
Okay.
The mail came. I'm certain of it.
All right.
And it wasn't in the package locker, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy, so I had done a trade with somebody, and so his stuff arrived. He and I both shipped our stuff on Friday night. His stuff got there today. But no.
Not mine.
I have to sit here sweating.
Yeah. It'll probably just arrive tomorrow.
That's what I'm hoping. If it doesn't, then we're gonna have some problems.
Yep.
But some skulls.
Yeah. I'm gonna be unhappy. But it's okay. It'll be all right. So I got Kirby's Dream Course to keep me distracted.
Ryan, did you go out today and get yourself a SNES, Super Nintendo Mini?
No.
Okay, that was expected.
Be strong.
Be strong. All righty. Do I have these games?
Oh, I don't know why you're so resistant. It's such a great little thing.
It's pretty
Just little high price. That's all.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
As someone who owns
if
the
it's
majority of the games on the system.
If it was like $40, I'd probably pick it up right away.
Well, yeah.
Good luck with that then.
I know, but like $80 to me. I know it's worse in Canada. But to me, we've stated this before, I have 16 of the 20 games.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't use save states because I'm better than people. So I don't know. That's what it comes down to. I don't.
You don't personally care about it.
No, the price doesn't justify.
Yeah.
Justify the item is what it really comes down to.
Yeah, that's fine.
If I could find it on sale, or
you will never find them on sale. Let's just say that.
The only version of on sale those are going to be is physically available at a store or online for retail price.
Or senior discount. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you got to take advantage of that, then I'd be impressed.
Yeah, I would be impressed too. But people have found them. Somebody found a NES Classic that way, didn't they?
Nope. Did I never tell you what actually happened?
Oh, that was fake. That was you. Yeah, that was faked, right?
Yeah, he ended up killing it because I was like, "Are you keeping it?"
Yeah, that's right.
He said,
"Yeah."
Yes.
My sister actually got it for him, so I have a feeling that she overspent. But
okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I know so many people who overspent for it too.
Yeah.
Just because they wanted it, and some of them wanted it hacked, so they didn't care, so they could have all those games on it.
Yeah, apparently the Super Nintendo one's been hacked already.
Yep.
I really thought Nintendo would have closed that loop, but is it the same exploit as before, or is it a new one?
It's the same board.
Yeah, it's the same
board.
exact.
I think they actually did a little refining of the hack program.
Okay.
But
I think they said it's a little bit harder to do.
Yeah.
It's still doable, which is easier to brick your console when you do it now.
Okay. Well, I have no intention of hacking mine.
I don't either.
Actually, speaking of bricking, this is what wasn't actually bricking, but it's something of an error similar to that. I did the 5.0 update on my PS4 yesterday, and it killed the HDMI port I was using. Straight up murdered it. I don't know why. It was working on my TV.
Yikes.
It killed one of my TV's HDMI ports. I don't know why.
Power surge, probably.
Oh, cripes.
Yeah.
I know you can you can damage it by if you unplug it while it's doing it, you can.
I didn't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So I know the same. I think the same thing pertains to maybe even S video. Like you can damage something like the port on it if you unplug it while.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been the fact that I had it running through a receiver and then to the TV. So maybe the receiver did something, and it killed the HDMI port. But it was really strange. Like, it worked perfectly fine to turn the system on and go, okay, this needs to update, and I'll update it. And then it just kept giving me a blank screen and registering it as 480p. I'm like, okay, that's strange. So I tried to load it up in safe mode, and it wouldn't load safe mode for picture. But I was getting sound when I was trying to load it up normally. So I put it in a different port, and I loaded it up in safe mode to switch it to 1080p. And then that showed up perfectly fine on the other port, but I put it back in the other one, and it wouldn't load up at all.
Probably just fried it or something.
Yeah, which is really
electricity going. There's electricity going through the cable, so
yeah, so that's just really annoying.
Yeah, that's
the irony is all three pieces of technology that were involved in this process, other than maybe one of the HDMI cables, are Sony products.
So I buy Samsung TVs.
God, I hate that.
That was just such an odd
update.
I don't think it's the update's fault. It just was a weird thing that happened.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I mean, every time there's an update, it's like there is a good chance that applying, not a good chance. There is a chance. There is a small chance that I'm going to do something and it's going to get screwed up.
Don't worry, I deal with that every day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for the inevitable, power outage at the time. I may have said this before. When you have a handful of devices that are all updating themselves once a day, at any given time, I've got something that seems to need an update. Eventually, it's going to cross with a power outage, and I'm going to brick something simply because I'm doing so many damn updates. Eventually, I'm going to hit one during a I'm going to hit a power outage during one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I don't do auto updates.
I don't think you have to worry about bricking, though. I think if anything, you worry about maybe just destroying the hard drive, which is replaceable.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I thought, some of these updates, when if they don't apply correctly, the thing can't boot.
Yeah. I should also say this is a little bit of an older TV, so that could be it too.
There's also a safe mode too, though, like
a safe mode
for PS4 to boot up into.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It didn't load up safe mode because the HDMI port was fried.
I believe with doing that, or at least not with doing that. If you want to, let's say that update was bad, you could always just put it on. I believe Sony still has it on their website. Their previous operating system builds, and you can put it on a flash drive.
Yeah, and initialize the system and start it again.
Okay.
Because they're more like computers now.
Yeah. Which is not necessarily a bad thing in this case if it gives you a way to fix something that went wrong. Anyway, more chances of something going wrong, but hey, there's at least a fix. Anyway, actually, speaking of patches on PS4 things, did anyone see what was happening with Ease 8?
No.
That well, people were complaining about the localization right away, like just that it was a bad localization, and I didn't notice any like not the average kind of just clunky dialogue that you'd get in an English RPG. In my playthrough for the little I played of it, relatively speaking, I played like 14 hours of it, but still. But I think it was NIS America that put that out, and the president responded to that saying, yeah, sorry about that. Somehow the translation didn't meet our standards or yours. So we're going to go back through the entire translation and do it again, including, if necessary, re-recording voice dialogue and release it as a free patch next month.
Wow.
So I think that's really cool that they're doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't even know how that it got that bad as a translation. They said, like, we are launching an internal investigation to find out how that came to pass. And we're getting a new translator and a new editor and going through the entire thing.
But it'll be a patch.
Yeah. And it'll
They're
be
not
free.
planning on reprinting any discs.
No.
That's too bad.
Which is unfortunate, but hey, I played 14, 15 hours of the game.
Yeah.
Barely noticed anything that actually bothered me.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Like, I just saw one funny image online of the I don't remember what the area was called, like the crevice of the Archaeopelic era or something. And it's like, and the English version just calls it Archaeopelic Big Hole.
Okay.
Even though the title in the previous version was written in English on the Japanese version, they just changed it to Big Hole. Even though it's perfectly fine, which is hilarious. But that and like some grammatical errors here and there that aren't that bad are the only things I've noticed.
Yeah.
Better than Ease 6 on PS2.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't played
At
that.
least in terms of voice. God, that was painful to listen to.
Okay.
If you want to get that game now, get it on PC, and there is no voice at all, and that is a significant improvement.
Oh, really? No, I have the PS2 version.
Yeah. The PS2 version is fine if you can deal with the dialogue, but the game's really good. But if you can get like the PC version on one of the GOG sales or something, get that because it looks better, it plays better, and there's no voice.
Okay.
So, yay. The only other version that doesn't have voice is PSP, and there are so many other issues with that version.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just a little thing, though. Old localization. That's how I got into the series, though, by the way. Was with that PS2 game.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I played that as a demo on one of the demo discs, and I liked it that way, and I was just aware of it for several years, but I never bought the game. But I did buy one of the games that was on that demo disc which was Musashi Samurai Legend, and I never stopped regretting that decision. I don't know why I bought that over Ys 6. That was a bad decision. Anyway, side tangent over.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Actually, one final note on Ys 8. They are releasing that on PC. That was delayed, and that's going to have the fixed version immediately.
Okay. Okay.
Just to put that out there.
I get you. Well, I was thinking about getting Ys 8 on the PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly fine. Just maybe wait until end of November when you hear news of that update going live.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in no rush.
Maybe it'll go on sale by then.
That'd be nice. Huh?
Yeah.
What am I looking for here? Okay.
Actually, one more note on Ys 8, just for if anyone does eventually get it. I'm sorry, I keep remembering things. This is important for the translation stuff.
Yeah.
I should just rename this Hangout to the E8.
The E8 tangent Hangout. If you make sure you know you want to play it in English or Japanese right away, because you can't change it once you started the game up. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Now I think I've covered everything I possibly can, and I am done. Other than the game is good.
Gotcha. All right.
Somebody talk about something else.
Portland coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, we waited. We brought it up earlier, and then we said we should wait for Ryan if we want to talk about it at all and rub it in people's faces.
We should.
Talk about what?
Rub it in.
Portland.
Oh, okay.
You guys can talk about Portland. It's okay.
Yeah. I think this will be the time I take a bathroom break while you talk about that. That's fine. I'll be back.
No, we can wait. We'll wait for you to get back, and then we'll talk all about it.
Back.
Well, I can't wait, so you go ahead and talk about it.
Go ahead.
What's on your list?
A lot of Dreamcast, a lot of Saturn right now.
Saturn, you still doing import Saturn?
Yeah, I got some like, English ones too. Like Die Hard Arcade.
That guy, he does A Murder of Crows. His name is Kay. He is a huge Saturn guy. He's the guy that I got the Repro Police Knots and Shining Force 3.
Mm-hmm.
He was there last year too. He is in the section of the conference center that is going to be open. He's in the arcade section.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be open. His table is going to be available on Friday night. So I am I'm going to try to hit his table. I traded Sean my copy of Shining Force 3 for the Ys Memories of Salsetta on the Vita, and so I'd like to see if I can get a replacement from him. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing it up is because he's going to be open on Friday, and so I'm definitely going to check it out. You might want to check it out too. He's got some great repros, but you have to. Retro Revolutions did this for you, right? You can play copied games. Yeah, you've got the right replay thing. What's it called? Pro Action. What the hell is it called?
Action Replay.
Action Replay. I always mix it up with the Sega Master System thing. The Pro Action.
Yeah, the Saturn thing. I like to play burn games. So
yeah, he makes some really nice reproductions. So you might want to check out his table. I'd really like to get that Shining Force 3. If he's got one, I'm going to grab it.
What's that? And I kind of got into Dreamcast again, where I kind of want to. I have that spindle, and I was kind of, playing the games, and I, narrowing which ones do I really want to buy. So now I got, a decent amount here.
What's on there?
The most expensive one.
Highlights.
The most expensive one, and I don't know if I'm going to find it or if I can get a decent price, but I really do want to get Gunbird too. That one's on my list.
Gunbird, yeah. Gunbird 2, yeah.
Gunbird
okay.
2. I gotta even though it's a bad game, I know it's bad because I remember playing it in Dreamcast in high school and hating it. But because I love the Evil Dead movies, I want to get Evil Dead: Hail to the King, which is on the Dreamcast, it's also on the PS1. The Dreamcast version looks nicer, plays nicer. Just because I love Evil Dead, and just part of the collection because I have, I think, almost all the games with the exception of that one. It's not particularly expensive, at least the last time I checked. But
well, I'm sorry, I wanted to go back and ask you about these shooters. Why, there's a ton of good shooters on the Dreamcast. Why Gunbird 2?
I've played it a bunch. It's you know what, it's a little bit easier. I appreciate that. I'm not really good at shooters.
Isn't that the one that's considered kind of short?
It maybe is. I know there's a lot of playable. It's got a lot of playable characters in it too.
Okay.
So maybe that's what adds the replay value to it, maybe. And like I said, there is an easier mode, which for me playing it was really nice and like I said, appreciated because I suck at shooters or shoot 'em
Yeah,
ups.
me too. Yeah.
So
Did you ever look into Mars Matrix?
not yet.
Okay, that's another. Yeah, Gunbird's kind of an expensive one, and I recently got Gigawing, which is another expensive one, and Gigawing 2 is even more so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Evil Dead. What else?
Evil Dead. I kind of want, even though I didn't really like it when in high school. It was okay a game, but I do want to get it because I love the first game. It's Crazy Taxi 2. Should probably.
Yeah.
I should probably add Crazy Taxi 3 to it. I was watching Kyle's review for that one too.
That's on Xbox.
Yeah, and I know it's got the other 2 games on it, but I'd rather play Crazy Taxi on a Dreamcast.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I did order, and it didn't come in the mail. I did order the Sega Saturn adapter for Dreamcast. So for I got like so I got my Marvel versus Capcom. I kind of want to try it out with the Saturn controller because I liked it. Some X-Men versus Street Fighter better with the Saturn controller. So I kind of bought that for some of the fighting games on the Dreamcast.
This lets you play a Saturn controller on the Dreamcast?
Yeah, I bought an adapter.
Cool.
They didn't tell me it's coming. What's up?
I was going to ask if you'd ever looked into Choo Choo Rocket.
No, I did not.
No, okay.
Shit. I think I know. Is that the one with the little robot guy on the cover?
It's the Mouse and Cats. It's very Japanese. It's a puzzle game.
What's it called? Choo Choo?
Choo Choo Rocket. Its claim to fame is that it was one of the first Sega online games, but there's certainly a single player mode. It's a puzzle game, and it's very Japanese. And
yeah, this is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah,
it is. Okay, so there's a robot on the cover. I
thought that
cat and a mouse and a rocket.
I think Chibi Robo is what you're thinking.
No, the cat I thought was a robot
because he looks crazy, right? He looks like a big giant egg or something, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, all right.
Eric, did you sign up for? Eric, did you sign up for that Dreamcast book?
No. Is this a Kickstarter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, no.
Same guy who did that Mega Drive Genesis book.
I have that one. I love that.
So it's the same guy, and like I said, that's the main reason why I picked it up because I really like that book a lot.
Is it out?
I think the Kickstarter might be coming to an end on that one.
So how far away is it from being published then?
It made its goal for its first day going up for getting announced.
Well, what's the Kickstarter for now? I mean, so let me go back. Sure. How close to this thing is it to being finished?
Well, they always do a month basically. They always they give the total goal. I think it's done.
I don't mean the Kickstarter. I mean the actual book. How complete is the actual book?
I thought you have to have a complete a product right for Kickstarter.
Okay.
You have to have a prototype in order for Kickstarter. Yeah.
So so what's the Kickstarter do to pay for the publishing costs?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay. So how much time is left in the Kickstarter?
Let me see if I can find it here.
It's okay. So what do you do if you if you submit to the Kickstarter, is it the same as purchasing the book?
Yeah.
You'll get a copy of the book if you give them so much money?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done that. I don't usually do Kickstarter a lot. I'd definitely be interested in it though.
I know they have alternate covers too, like the special editions, and I was like, I was thinking about getting the Shenmue special edition cover, because it's the hardcover variants or something like that. But it's way too much money for what it is. I just went with the basic, which was $46 for the book.
Oh, that's not a bad price. That Genesis, if it's anything like the Genesis book, that is a hell of a nice book. I mean, it's like really high quality stuff.
They show you the different variations of controllers, artwork of the games, and everything. So, like there is like a Phantasy Star special edition.
What?
A Jet Set Radio special edition.
Look it up. What's it called? What's the name of the book?
I'll send you a link right here. I'll put it in the little group thing right here.
I probably still won't do it, but maybe I will. Maybe I will after doing this.
Someone's going to look at it.
I've been buying books lately. I've been loving the books.
42 hours to go.
Oh, really? That's it?
Wow, well, it's been up for about a month, so.
Yeah. What was I going to tell you guys?
I put it up in this group. You know, who are in the group here, so I don't know if you look at it, see them.
Oh, yeah, let me click it. Redirecting. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Chris Kohler, who normally shows up at PRGE, has that Final Fantasy V book. I asked him if he was going to have them for sale at PRGE, and he said he would, so I might be looking for that too.
I saw he put up on his table or on where his table is the other day.
Yeah, I definitely need to. Do you have to have an account with Kickstarter to back it? Oh, come on, I'm not doing that. Forget it.
I think it's one of those ones where if you wanted to say like use Facebook as a sign-in or something like that, you
I
can
don't
do
have
it.
Facebook. Where do I? This like page isn't scrolling. Is there any description of this?
If you scroll down.
No, it must not have loaded properly because there is no scroll down.
Just get a goddamn Internet Explorer.
All right.
Open up Dreamcast or
God bless it.
Google Chrome.
I don't know why the hell. Yeah, I don't know why it's such a damn problem. Let me see if this worked. Yeah. You're right. All I got to do is scroll down. Stupid Internet Explorer piece of crap.
Stupid game chasers.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Stupid game chasers. Melissa.
You know what got me to
game chasers.
We're bound to get some of that after they were at Retro or
Retropalooza.
I might have to go with the regular thing.
You know what got me to buy it is that they had the Kickstarter exclusive high production Shenmue bookmark. So
oh yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
I need that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, buy now.
The bookmark, huh? Okay. I think I like the regular cover, except for the blue swirl, which means it's clear this is European.
Well, yeah. I mean, the guy's from England who did the book, basically. He's the same one who did the Dreamcast. That's why it's called like the Mega Drive book or something like that, right?
Oh yeah. Boy, I hate that kind of stuff. No, this book looks gorgeous. All right, I'll take a look at it. Anyway, so what's the deal with the Game Chasers and Retropalooza?
Oh, the Game Sack was there, so you're probably a fresh.
So, do you guys watch the Game Chasers? I just watched, I think, one of their latest videos, and it was at Retropalooza. So,
I think it was last.
Is it a year old? I mean,
I think
are they a year behind?
I thought they said like they're 2 years behind or something like that.
Holy smokes! Baby, what are you doing in here?
Get out!
My kids are in here.
Get out!
Yeah, I haven't watched Game Chasers in a while. I'm just super behind on it.
They're okay. Yeah, I mean, I watch them. Melissa doesn't care for them, but they always amuse me a little bit.
Yeah, I watched them from the start actually, but I just at some point fell off and I haven't gotten back on.
Yeah,
I have a huge backlog of it. One of these days I'm just gonna watch them all and get caught up.
There you go.
Because I can't just watch the new video and get back to the other ones later. I'll just never go back to the old ones.
Yeah. Sounds like you got a lot of media you want to catch up on. You got podcasts, you got YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Or you could just forget the whole thing and just play a game.
No. Or I could find a game that I can play while listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
I like Destiny for that, but I haven't been playing Destiny, so of course I'm even more behind on podcasts.
Oh boy. I was listening to I think it was Polykill, and they were talking about Stardew Valley on the Switch, and we bought it for the PS4. We haven't opened it, but I got to tell you that does seem like a good game to have on the Switch, where you could just sit there and play it on your lap while you're watching Netflix or something. Yeah. Low attention, low requirements for full attention. You can just sit there and tap. I know Melissa. I bet Melissa would really love that game on the Switch. I hate to double dip on this game, but might be worth it. Do any of you guys have Stardew Valley on the Switch? Did it just come out?
It's on a digital.
Just got released.
It just got released. Yeah, okay. It's digital only right now, right?
I'm not sure.
Was it you, Musty, that said Cuphead might be coming physical? I'm definitely interested.
There was an interview that they basically confirmed it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be looking for that. I'm definitely interested in Cuphead. Are you guys interested in Cuphead?
I kind of want to pull the trigger now, but it's just like
only on a physical edition.
Only physical, huh? Yeah.
There will probably be one.
Mm-hmm.
Should have gotten Overwatch digital.
I agree.
That's one I am like, that really would have made sense digitally.
You know,
Yeah.
if they have like a
'Cause I'm always
great
going back to it.
sale on Xbox, like the Xbox version, I will buy like the digital copy, and I will take my physical copy to GameStop on a 6-for-1 trade, or traded 6 games in.
That's an idea. Keep
Oh yeah, like if they had it for 30, like
Mhm.
yeah, in a
Let's say a Black Friday Xbox sale or something like that, I would pick it.
Yeah, but that's one of those ones that's just like there's nothing really on the disc that's intrinsic to like being able to play the game. If the servers go down, you're screwed either way.
Yeah,
that's right. Same with Destiny. It's like those games, like I'm constantly flipping between these. I'm like, why did I buy these physically in the first place?
Yeah.
I bought mine physically because it was on sale.
Yeah, same here. I did that where it's like you get that 20% off on Amazon. That was the big thing for me.
It was cheaper than buying it, and than digitally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I seem to recall making that point during the CC debates. People weren't going for it. I mean, not everybody, but yeah, it is quite possible to find physical games cheaper than digital. Fairly often, actually.
Yeah, it's always funny to me when I look at like an Amazon sale on a game that is also on sale on Xbox or PS4 digitally at the same time, and it's like $10 cheaper physically.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you even trying to do, digital sale?
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I'm interested in Cuphead. I think it's $20 right now, US new, digital. Maybe I'll wait for a sale. Maybe I'll see if I can get it physical. I'd like to get it for.
Yeah.
I always want to pay less, right?
Yeah. The thing is, Cuphead is not at risk of losing money. There's so much hype behind that game that it's going to do well, regardless of if you wait on a sale or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait. I just it's hard for me to justify buying a whole bunch of stuff I know I'm not going to play in the next couple of months.
I feel a little bit worse about not buying Hellblade digitally, just because that's a much riskier game.
Yeah. Okay.
And it probably won't sell as well as Cuphead will, especially at $40 for digital. At least that's Canadian. But it's like, wow, that's $40 for a digital copy of a single player game.
It's a shorter game too.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things like I can't quite convince myself to pull that trigger, but I know I should to support that game. Just as a good artistic leap, I find, from what I've seen. Just of using the medium properly for telling a story.
I could still weigh down it though. I want to see if there's physical
but I feel like I might like be contributing to the game not doing well enough to get a physical edition, which is the part that bothers me. Where it's like I kind of regretted. Like I know the game's fantastic. I kind of regretted getting Nier Automata or Automata. Sorry, I did my own mispronunciation that I find annoying. But the Automata, I regretted buying that immediately because I still haven't opened it even. I haven't had the time to get to it or drive to. I'm just waiting for the mood to strike and I'll get to it. But then I saw the developer say, it's like, this really helped us. So it's like, okay, I feel good that I did it right away then.
Yeah.
Helping them out.
Yeah.
That's one of those things you can never tell if it's going to be that situation or the other. However, it's like, it wouldn't have mattered if you bought it or not. So that's the trick to it. It's annoying.
Come on.
So who broke down and watched the Star Wars trailer yesterday?
I did. I've seen it twice.
I have seen it probably 40, 50 times.
I will only watch it once.
Yeah. Only watch the trailer once.
Go. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, Musty, I cut you off there.
I'm only going to watch it once. And
have you watched it at all?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I don't know. Okay.
I said this earlier in the Hangout, but you and Ryan weren't here, so I think there's a lot of misdirection going on in that trailer.
Oh, yeah, I saw something online about that today.
There's a lot of people saying that. But yeah, like scenes that are like, there's one line in it that's clearly not supposed to go with that scene. And there's a scene at the end where there's two shots, and they are probably from different scenes entirely.
Oh, yeah. I think I know the one you're talking about.
I've also only watched it once, and I'm not watching any of the people who are doing like thorough breakdowns of trying to crack the code of the movie. I'm like, I really just be surprised as opposed to trying to think of what I saw here.
Yeah, that was my thought. Like, I'm not watching people's reaction videos. Like,
no, I'm not doing that either.
Like, I don't.
I watched one from a channel I like, but that's about it.
Heavy console gamer.
No, actually, his doesn't really go into anything. It's just him reacting and saying it was good. But I was telling you about Star Wars Explained. That was a trailer breakdown, but it still doesn't go into too much. It like doesn't try and predict the entire plot of the movie.
I've kept away from looking at all the toys and all that, like, because like just the fact that weird mammal looking
Toilers,
whatever that thing is, Toilers, yes. Toiler alert.
Is that a thing? Jeez.
Yeah,
it is now.
Well, there are descriptions on the boxes of the characters.
Well, like that. I remember that kind of ruined for Marvel Civil War. It kind of ruined Giant Ant-Man because there was a toy for it.
Yeah, yeah. I had that ruined for me by going to a comic shop the day after that came out because it was free comic book day, and the people at the comic shop were talking about it. It's like, oh, Giant Man. It's like, God damn it.
Spoilers, guys. Giant Man's in Civil War.
Well, there's another droid. I won't go any further than that. But there's another droid, and it's just sitting right there on the end cap at Target. It's like, what do you?
Oh,
is that right?
What droid?
That's all I'm saying. Another droid.
For episode 8?
This isn't the droid you're looking for.
We'll call it a palette swap. How about that?
Is it the one that's similar to BB-8?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't care about that. Very little I've seen about that. So I don't know what the deal is.
I don't either, but it's like you. Yeah.
I don't find that to be that much of a spoiler though, because it's just a different version of an existing droid type in the universe.
That's fair, but now there's
theories.
Somehow this will come into play. The fact that there's
and that'll probably roll by in one scene.
Than I need to. But.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could very easily go pick up that toy and probably read a little bit about this guy and.
Yeah, I don't even know the name of that droid, to be honest. Doesn't matter, but
bad motivator.
Perfect.
I started watching that Voltron, Legendary Defender. It's good.
Yeah, I've still only watched the first episode of that. I keep meaning to go back, but I don't get to it.
Yeah, it's really good. I think we're almost through the first season.
Yeah.
Maybe not. We're maybe like 6 or 7 episodes in. I don't know how many there are in the season, but
this is very loosely connected to this. But have you watched Avatar or Legend of Korra?
No.
You should watch those because they've got kind of a similar animation aesthetic, and they're both also really good. Avatar.
The kid's into big robots right now.
That'll do it.
So. Like, Rescue Bots, which is Transformers for preschoolers.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you don't show them the movies, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's not. Like, I won't even show them robots in disguise yet. I feel like that, Bumblebee carries a gun. I'd like to delay that as much as I can.
Yeah.
At least with the Rescue Bots, they're all rescue vehicles, and they're all.
Yeah.
Heatwave has a water cannon. I can deal with that.
Yeah. Heatwave.
Okay. He's the fire engine.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with Rescue Bots, but it's like I think of fire engine transformer and I think of is it Hoist? No, it's not
Inferno?
Hoist. Yeah, Inferno, thank you.
Yep.
But it's like why wouldn't you just use Inferno? But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're all unique. Like there's Boulder, Blades, who's a helicopter.
I mean, if you're going to do a completely different side thing, might as well do new characters. That's fine.
But Optimus is there, Bumblebee is there, and then Blur, who shows up in other ones.
Fleur is always a fun character for kids.
Yeah.
And in general, is Wheeljack in it? Because that would be fun.
No.
Salvage.
Salvage is in there. Salvage
I don't know
showed up at one point.
I don't know who Salvage is.
He becomes a recycling truck.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
And he likes treasure, so he's always like, "Ooh, look at these things I found."
Yeah,
it's kind of like us.
Actually, since we got onto Transformers from like good cartoons, Prime is really good.
Okay.
Transformers Prime. Robots in Disguise is technically kind of a sequel to that, but I didn't like that. What little I've seen of Robots in Disguise.
I watched the first like 2 minutes. I'm just like, yeah, this is either going way over his head, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's not very good. Maybe screen an episode or two of Prime and see what you think of that instead.
Possibly. I'm gonna get through Voltron first. He's on a Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin kick lately. Did you guys pick anything up this week?
No.
I wish I could have shown. I wanted to unbox the thing.
Yeah, I feel like I know what you're talking about, and it's really unfortunate that it didn't come today.
It's okay. But it's not like I'm going to leave it. If it gets here tomorrow, I'm not waiting until Tuesday.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I did get something. So I got my computer fixed for one. Oh, Ryan, where'd Ryan go? He's still there.
Pickups and he bolted. I don't have control, so I can't present you for you.
Oh, it's all right. I got it. So my computer wasn't. We talked about this on the car ride up to Barrie. Somehow the drivers on my laptop, on my keyboard and mouse were dying when Windows would pop up. I mentioned it to one of the guys who they've kind of co-located him into the same room as I am, and he's on the web team. And I just brought it up, and he's like, "Do you need it?" He's like, "Do you need a copy of Windows?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I have 5 keys for Windows 10." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, let me." And he pulls he's like, all I need is like an 8 gig flash drive, and he happened to have one. So that was at like 11 o'clock. He had loaded it up and and I had that night I did a system reinstall. Pulled my hard drive that had all my like pictures and stuff, just disconnected it and went and did the whole deal, and it worked. So I now have a Windows 10 upgraded PC that works.
Wait a minute, you were having problems with your mouse and keyboard drivers, and he gave you a whole new version of Windows?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he is, because of his role, he was given 5 keys. So basically, every computer that he had could be on Windows 10, and he wasn't using any of them. And so he's like, "Here, I'll set you up with it."
What were you using before?
7.
Okay.
Yeah. But what I assume happened was drivers got out of whack somehow, and I had no way to get into the system to fix it. So this was a viable solution. And
that's right. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah. But I did it and kept the new graphics card in, and so far so good on all of that.
Cool.
But he actually he's big into pinball. He's working on doing his own pinball machine, so we kind of talked about that, and I talk about what I like to look for and those things, and he and I talked Sega CD and RPGs for a little bit, and then he brought this into me. Now before I show you this does not have the game in it, but it has just about everything else, and that's yeah.
Well, everything else is where the price is, isn't it?
The art book's not here and the map's not here.
Oh,
the case is.
Okay.
And
but there's no game. It's the case in the box, right?
It's the case, but it does have the soundtrack and the making of.
Okay.
So
how many discs is the game on? I forget. Is it
there's 2 more discs.
2 discs for the game. Okay, so you got the making of, the soundtrack. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's not bad, but you need the art book.
So I was looking at the art book that goes for like, I've seen like $20 on eBay.
Oh, that's not too bad.
On the art book. That's not too bad. The map, I think, is one of the more difficult things to find. And then obviously the games, but I need to clean up the case. It has a lot of adhesive on it.
Oh yeah.
Which is part of the reason he ended up piecing out. He does the thing where, you get the complete copy in chunks. And so that's kind of what he did here is he had picked up a second one to get items to complete his other. So he has a complete version of this.
I got you.
And then these were kind of the leftovers, and he wasn't going to use it. And so he's like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "I've never played it. I will totally, yes, sure."
Yeah, you should. Yeah, it's not a bad RPG.
Yeah. There's some back cover's got some Nier Automata inspired stuff going on there.
Ooh, little up.
Hello.
There, huh?
Yeah. I would even call it a skirt. I don't even know what that is.
Just a little like a wide belt.
A really wide belt. But yeah, so that's my lone acquisition because everything else is in transit.
That's
nice.
Cool. Well, that's not bad.
I would actually recommend looking for the PSP version, Silver Star Harmony, because it's a really nice remake of it.
Okay.
Like it's got like hand drawn artwork and all that, and it looks really good.
What happened to Ryan?
Oh.
Did he get booted? What happened?
Something happened.
Are we doing pickups? Is that the start of pickups?
Yes.
I mean, that's all I've got.
And potentially end from what it's looking like here.
Well, I'll do something. I don't never do anything.
Okay.
But I have something here today.
I got you.
That arrived.
Ooh.
I decided since we had the mini, I would go ahead and order this book. Like I mentioned before, I'm getting into the books. It's still shrink wrapped. I haven't opened it, but that's what I'll show you guys today, I guess.
I heard that's a lot better than the NES Classic one.
Well, I've heard it both ways. I've heard some people don't like it, and some people do because it's different. Apparently, the NES Classic one was strategies on how to play the games, and this one is more just sort of talking about the games and their history and sort of, and that actually appealed to me more. I'd like to learn more, just kind of read about the games and than particular strategies. So I figured, what the hell, we grabbed it.
Actually, just on the topic of like game related books, I was just having my video off because I'm eating a piece of pie, but it doesn't really matter. I showed this on a couple Hangouts ago. Is Tetris: The Games People Play, and this is a comic book about the history of Tetris. It's actually fairly decent. It's kind of simple, but it's just a nice little book on that. If you wanted to look that up,
that's cool.
Maybe
okay,
you can check the U.S. version of Book Outlet. I got it off the Canadian version, so you can get a discount probably. Anyway, just something to look into.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I might look. Like I said, yeah, I'm getting into books. I have another book, but I'm going to save that for our monthly pickup for October because it came in October. So that'll be a while. How's it going, Troy?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good.
That's a pretty quiet night.
Hey, let me apologize to you in person for not tagging you.
Who, me? I'm already notified whenever you put something up to see it, so you don't really need to tag me. I figured you haven't tagged me a few times. It's not a big deal because it always pops up for me anyway.
Oh, I meant in my video last week.
What video? I missed it.
No, you didn't. You commented on it 2 times.
Oh.
What's this? Your second breakfast?
The three things from my collection that I'm proud to own.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I feel bad because I went and I ended up tagging people who to this point I don't know the Polykill guys have seen it. Kevin and Richard don't make videos. And Curtis hasn't put something out. Like, he put out a Booty Bonanza just yesterday, but he hasn't put anything out in a long time. And I'm like, I could have picked you. I could have picked. Well, actually, I could have picked both of you. I could have picked Hodge. I could have picked a lot of people. So I'm hoping that they get you guys
back around.
On that.
Yeah. No worries.
I'm just gonna make one regardless of being tagged.
You should. I mean,
I wasn't tagged. I don't care.
That's part of it. Like
when you do it, just guilt trip Musty while you're doing it too.
I was not tagged by Musty, but I'm making a slight video.
That's fine. Like, don't check out his channel.
And I'm not going to check. I'm not going to tag Musty either in this.
Yeah.
My regular habit would be to put links down below to people's channels that tagged me, but since Musty didn't, screw him.
As long as you don't tag me, I think you're in the clear.
We thought about making one, but I got boring stuff.
Tag you and everything till you make videos.
Damn it.
Yeah, we tried that, Musty, with Kevin and Richard once, or with Richard, I think, or at Rambox, to try to, convince him, maybe I don't think he watches our stuff, and he never responded to it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, the guy who tagged me, like, tweeted the video out with my tag. I would have watched it eventually, but the fact that he
tweeted it with you in it. Yeah.
He tweeted me with me in that.
That's definitely the way. Yeah.
I didn't do that for this. Like, it's almost like word will get around. Well, Weekly ended up saying who I had tagged.
Oh yeah, they gave that away, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, guys, come on, don't give it away. Let them watch the video. Gotta watch to the end.
Yeah, they almost said all three things I showed off.
Yeah, I know, that was great. It's like,
so now there's no point.
There's no point in watching the video. Well, I guess you don't have to watch this video anymore. Yeah. Yeah, you got some good stuff there.
I'm gonna do the scan thing at some. I need to figure out how I can do that, because it'd be really cool to it'd be really cool to like wallpaper with that.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be cool and also just to upload it to like I did with the CD thing or whatever, the soundtracks, stuff like that. But just because it'd be cool to be able to see it,
that would want to archive that stuff.
Yeah. Because it'd be cool just to have like an archive section when we find something that's just like absolutely fairly unique or whatever, to put scans of stuff in there.
Yeah.
It'd be cool for people to be able to check it all out.
Even do a coffee table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That was a cool thing you did there with the magazines.
Yeah, I dig it.
Is that still sitting in front of you?
Yeah, it's right here.
That coffee table? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be around forever till it collapses or something or other rots or whatever.
Well, what's the schedule for your move? Are you still...
Good news on that front. We just got our permits today, so basically it's all like clear to get back to business kind of thing.
This was that stairwell? You were having some kind of problem with stairs?
Yeah, the stairs are a little close to the neighbor's house, but then the zoning officer just said, screw it, it's good enough. So we're like, perfect.
The zoning officer, it's good enough.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's built right.
Cool.
So and the neighbor doesn't care, so it's good to go. That saved us going through committees and blah, 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 blah.
Bunch of bureaucratic nonsense.
Yeah.
Ryan, you're back.
Yeah, now it seems to be... Yeah.
What happened? You have a technical problem?
I might have to reset my router here.
Yeah, give it a couple of resets.
Yeah, you're kind of still framed, or you're just not moving. It's one or the other. And that's it.
Yeah, he's probably out. All right.
And now he's gone.
Well, someone should at least present him.
Now it's frozen still frame Gloria. It's not even coming up for me. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not showing them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
But so I put out a tweet saying who's coming over on November 4th and 5th, and nobody said anything. They just liked it. But nobody said they were actually committed to coming over. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to keep myself awake. It looks like this year.
I know I liked it.
Wasn't Derek waffle? I don't know if he's waffling on it, but he was at least
that waffle
non-committal, but at least contemplating it, I think.
Well, he said he was planning on it, but then he has to have a baptism or something for godson, I think he said. So I was like, come on, man, that's not a 25-hour event. Like, dunk and run. You know?
Yeah, that's how you want to handle that.
25 hours you could probably do, like, I don't know, good couple hundred baptisms, really.
Yeah.
Sign
up for the,
That's what it was.
signing up for the speed baptism program.
Hey, it's all about efficiency, right?
Well, we're not coming over, Troy, but we'll definitely be joining.
Well, anyone who liked it lives about
Twitch.
at least 1,000 miles away from where I'm at. So
we definitely plan on watching you, stopping by and watching you every now and then.
Awesome.
Maybe we can keep you. Probably we won't be up too late, but since we're 3 hours behind, maybe we can make the 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. hours a little bit more interesting. We'll see.
Yeah,
when we're
for sure.
on.
Yeah, I can. Well, this year I'm actually going to set it up a little bit different, so I have my monitor sitting in front of me as well, like with the chat bigger. Because last year it was kind of off to the side, and then what I had on the screen was the OBS window, which made the chat really small. So you had to kind of like get up close to the screen to see what people were saying, kind of thing. So I'm gonna put it here, and then I can kind of see it as things are going on, and I think that'll be better, and it won't be in my way of my TV. It'll just be like in front of me here. So,
all right. I'm hearing some thumping around upstairs. Yeah. Well,
but yeah. So just if you're talking to people, kick them into high gear, get them over here.
Okay.
I need it. Like,
we'll shame some people into going over there.
Yeah. Just guilt trip them or whatever. It's for the kids, man. Whatever.
Just see if J-Rock can come over.
J-Rock.
I don't know. Do I want to invite that infestation to my house?
He'll keep you awake.
Oh, he definitely will keep me awake.
What about Bill? He tends to work nights. He could probably go through the night for a little bit.
Yeah. That's the thing. People are like, oh, well, like I'm busy that day. I'm like, don't worry. It's like the day. So if you're busy a little earlier, you can always swing by later. Like, I'm here 25 hours.
It's 25.
You're not going to wake me up or something.
Is that the daylight savings time thing again?
Yeah.
The date of the pushback? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they always seem to do it right on that. I mean, that just happens. It's always during that weekend. They never do that during the week. So Extra Life always picks that weekend. It seems like it's always the first weekend, I think, of November. They do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I am too. It's a lot of fun. As long as these guys get over here.
Yeah.
But I wanted people to kind of reply to that because it was sort of like, it's kind of like, I want to know when people are coming over. Not that it needs to be like massively scheduled, but if 20 people want to come over, they can't all be here at the same time because it's kind of not big enough for that. I wouldn't be able to entertain that many people at once.
Right.
Kind of thing, right? So I like to space it out if I can a little bit and as much as possible. But that's the plan. So here's my pickup.
Oh, wait. I clicked off the window. What do you got?
It's a cable for
a cable?
Yeah, I put it on Twitter because I didn't even know what it was. But it is a Saturn link cable for Sega Saturn.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'd never seen one of those before, so I was like, yep, that's cool. I saw the Sega thing on it. I'm like, it's got to be for a video game system. I just don't know what. Like I was like, is it like a Nomad link cable or something? I don't know. Right? But yeah, it's a Saturn one, so that's pretty cool.
I want to find a Game Gear one. Game Gear link. I don't think I've ever seen
they
one.
had them.
I think they do.
I've got an original Game Boy link cable if anyone's interested in that.
I think I got one of those too.
Yeah.
I've never used them, but
I have absolutely no need for it because I don't even have an original Game Boy. So
what?
I don't either. Tell you the truth, I don't really feel the need to get one.
You know, big gray brick thing. No.
I mean, if I found one complete in box in a store, I'd pick it up and put it on display, but that's about it.
If I found a working one for a decent price, I'd pick it up.
working would be nice too.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Game Boy or Game Gear now?
Game Boy.
Yeah.
Both.
The original Game Boys they're not that bad, are they?
No, it's I've never run across one in a thrift store or something.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone I've seen is always like the screen on the front is gone.
Oh
Or-
yeah.
And the bars are gone, and the overlays like ripped off, or something's wrong. The back cover's missing, or it's just disgustingly scratched up, or whatever.
Battery covers are gone.
Yeah.
That's what I never understand. I come across Game Boys all the time. Game Boy Colors, for some reason, they're always missing their battery covers. I don't understand.
I think the clips on them break, so the battery covers falls right
Oh,
off.
is that? Yeah.
Probably.
Or yeah, I think somebody else was telling me maybe people use a lot of rechargeable battery packs, or
That's
I don't know
true.
if that was true on the Game Boy Color or not, but
GBAs.
The Advances
I had
had them. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You should just plug it right in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Play it.
I just got a hole in one.
Dream Course.
Yep.
Those golf puns were pretty funny the other day.
I couldn't resist.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
And I was like, Caleb, why are you wasting 3 of them on one tweet, man?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I used 2 up, but try not to waste them all.
No, it was good.
I wasn't sure if people would know that. That's why I put the slice and the hook together, because they kind of go together, don't they? All right. Anyway.
No, it was good. I kind of bummed it's over, but
well, I woke up this morning to a number of notifications, and it was all for those golf tweets.
just trying to think of what other ones we missed. But
I'm sure there's a few.
She Catherine kind of framed it up and ended it solidly.
Oh, what was hers? I don't even remember.
This morning she said, I'm pretty teed off that I missed all of these great puns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't see any of these.
that's great.
It started with Caleb. Caleb made a comment about how he's enjoying. He didn't. Where is it? He's enjoying Golf Story more than he thought he would.
Yeah.
Was it? There it is. He said, liking Golf Story on Nintendo Switch quite a bit more than I thought I would. And I said, you didn't foresee it.
Oh, yeah. You started it. This is all you're doing.
And then Catherine and I, and then P1, and then you, Eric, and then Donnie got in on it as well.
Donnie's, I didn't know some of his. I'm like, is he just using English idioms? Like he was talking about chicken wings? I didn't.
So, yeah, I didn't know what he was going. Like, I'm not familiar with that. Like, that was a weird one.
As part of golf.
But it opened me up to use dog leg.
The dog leg, yeah, that was great. I'm like, well, I don't know how you're gonna fit dog leg, and Musty did it. That was pretty good. That was a good one.
No, that was a
Dog
nice,
leg, yeah.
that was fun. Sometimes those things happen, and then they're I think, who was it? There was one going for Mega Man, but I can't remember what was it eggs? No, there was an egg one recently.
Oh yeah, because Josh Frantic didn't he just tweet a picture of a bunch of eggs falling over?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple good ones there too.
But there was one that
Frickin' Curtis's was out where he used albumin.
Oh yeah.
Albumin. I don't even know what the. I don't even know how to pronounce the word.
That sounds right.
It was something like to separate the albumin from the boys or something. Like, wow, that's
jeez. Yeah.
that's a fancy one. Anyway,
That's a deep dive.
That fancy Hollywood speak.
Yeah, that was. Did you guys watch his latest video? I was glad to see him putting out a video.
I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Nah, it's just one of his booty bonanzas, but he always amuses me in his videos.
Yeah.
His little subset complete and all this. Subset complete. Anyway,
I wonder if he would do pickup videos where he if he would ever do one that doesn't have a subset.
Oh, I don't know.
Or if he like waits and at least gets one that he can.
Subset complete. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
And he has not bought a single game off of like an online retailer.
I know,
Right.
isn't that's impressive.
impressive.
That is a rule that I will not. If I can get a game any way I can get it, that I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't have to find it in the wild.
I've only bought really a couple games online.
Yeah, I used to buy stuff on eBay all the time back in the late '90s and early 2000s. That was how I mostly got. That was the major way I got most of my old stuff
That's when you can like get it for a decent price. Though.
Yeah, it was still possible to bid on something and not have to snipe it completely. And people were unloading Super Nintendo games at that time, and I was buying a lot of Super Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
And Saturn.
Oh, to be able to go back.
Yeah,
I know. If I look at like the Facebook groups now, it's just getting absolutely out of hand.
Yeah.
And people aren't even like people are posting stuff and people aren't even buying it, and all they're doing is complaining about the people's prices. And that's it. That's where the conversation goes.
It's just complaining about prices. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, "Are you out of your mind?" Like, with the prices.
Are you out of your mind? Well, yes, I am. Thank you for asking.
Sure. Like some people are getting like really heated up in one thing on, I can't remember what it was, something on Facebook or whatever. And I was just like, all right, let's all relax here. We're all adults and these are video games. Let's just take it easy.
Yeah.
Like, oh geez, guys, you don't like the prices, don't buy it. But but then I added the caveat, but if you'd like to rip into Super Nintendo Classic scalpers, go right ahead. That's open season. I gave you more than my permission to go do that. Those jerks can rot, as far as I'm concerned.
Do you have one?
No, I haven't gone to a store to look for one yet. I'm gonna wait for a little bit, let it cool down, and then I'm gonna go into EB with my gift cards and just grab.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the gift cards. I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not in that big of a rush to get one. So.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were trying to get one. I forgot. I remember about the cards now. Yeah. I don't know anybody who's
basically, if I'm rolling through a store and I trip and fall and it lands in my cart. Then
well, how'd this get there? Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Best find ever.
I got you. I think I should look for some ColecoVision games.
I really wish I had more space in my life because I would totally get a Commodore 64.
Oh yeah, I heard they were going to make a mini of that.
Yeah,
somebody's coming. I'm definitely interested in that.
Yeah,
and it even looked like it had a joystick. Yeah, very cool.
I don't know. I mean, it requires a keyboard, so if the keyboard's mini, that kind of sucks. Like, because some games on it are like very keyboard dependent, even if you're using a joystick. If I remember correctly from back in the day, like you kind of need both sometimes.
Oh, they probably just wouldn't put those games on there then.
True, but someone's gonna mod it
and then realize what a horrible mistake they've made.
Yeah, it'll probably. I imagine it'll probably just be the ones that you could play with a joystick, but that kind of limits you. There's some pretty awesome games that, But
yeah, it's going to be fun to see the people that mod that and then complain that none of the games work.
Yeah, and then they're unable to play anything.
Yeah, it's like, what are the odds? The games that they didn't put on here don't work.
Yeah.
Maybe they left them off for a reason.
I'm just really curious to see what games they actually put on there. That the library has to be like the most extensive thing on the planet. There's so much software made for that system. It's in or that computer. It's crazy.
Old computers. I actually ran into a Atari 400 in box in a thrift store a week ago.
To buy it?
Hell no, it was like $200, but
oh man,
which is way too much.
That's way too much for that's crazy.
Yeah, and they said like, oh, we're doing a 50% off sale in a few days. You can come back and see if it's still here. Like that'll still be $100, and that's still too much.
Yeah.
And there's no software with it, so I wouldn't even know anything, or a monitor, so I wouldn't have been able to even use them. But it was interesting to see it.
I wonder what Rocket Sauce could have got it for, though. You know, with all his old geezer stuff and.
I mean, the people that work there actually have eyes, so I don't think he would have been able to pull off the senior discount thing, even if
there's no sticker pull for that. It's just a straight card swipe. That's all it is. You give them your reward card and then bam, discount. That's all it is. Senior discount's 15%.
Is that at Goodwill?
Yep. And then at the USA Thrift, it's 20% off for student discounts. That's the same day.
Whatever you say, Barb.
Barb.
Well, I just threw away my hole-in-one.
Eric, did you see the post I did in the group chat for the?
Yeah, I did. The link.
Yeah. It's like half the price of what it is in Canada.
Is that right?
What's that?
Not quite that much. It's just this Tetris comic I showed a few weeks ago that I picked up.
That's
It's just,
cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just-
They're cheap.
yeah, it's just a simple but good comic.
Is it like a history of kind of thing, or what is
Yeah, you got kind of like just kind of a little bit simplistic artwork, but stylistic, and it's pretty cool. And it just goes over the history of Tetris and a couple other side things like with Nintendo, just as it relates. And it just goes through the whole thing in a fun way. So I wouldn't spend full price on it, but Book Outlet has it, so if you can get it at a discount.
What does it tend to go for?
Canadian on Book Outlet, it goes like $12.99. US, it's $8.99.
Yeah.
The cover price on it is $20 US, $27.99 Canadian. So that's a substantial discount.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not even the scratch and dent version. You could get it even cheaper if they put that up. Which is why I get like big piles of comics from there, because it's usually that big of a discount.
Oh, this is the other thing I picked up. Nothing crazy. PS2 controller.
Woo!
I needed one because I have a system I needed to sell, so it doesn't have a controller with it. Woohoo!
I just
Epic pickups.
I just finally cleaned up the PS2 I got from you, Troy, at Barry.
Why, it wasn't clean already?
No, I always
you dirty bastard.
it was no, it actually was pretty clean. And Melissa said they were cleaned, but I always just give it a once over and check it out.
I always do too, anyways, when you guys send me stuff. You slobs.
It's not personal.
I take it personal. I take pride in how I clean stuff.
No, it was. I didn't have to do anything. I mean, it was great, and I put it into my system because the other one the other PS2 Slim I have is having trouble. Trouble, so I put it into
the Slim.
Huh?
When you grabbed one, you grabbed the Slim.
I grabbed a Slim. So that's the one I've been using. So it's now in my entertainment center.
Good. It's awesome.
Yeah, looks great. Yeah, it's definitely in better shape than the one I had, and it appears to be working a lot better. I was a little bit worried at first because I used Component and it wasn't working, and I'm like, oh crap! Please don't tell me this thing has a problem with Component. It was set to RGB, so whoever had it was using RGB.
Crazy.
This story sounds familiar, right, Musty?
Yeah.
Does it? What happened with Musty?
I picked one up, a not slim version.
Fat, P-H-A-T, fat.
Yeah,
You got a fat PS2? Yeah.
I did. I picked one up for $10, and I hear audio, but I don't hear. I don't see.
Video.
I don't hear pictures. So
if you start hearing pictures, call a doctor.
Were you using Component too, or what was wrong with it?
So it's possible the cable I was using is bad.
Oh, yeah.
But I have tried it. Like I tried a couple suggestions because there's a couple things that they suggest to, like, here's the buttons to press to get through the menu, right? To get to the right spot. I did that and that didn't work. There was one that was like, hold these buttons together and that should reset it. And and neither of those were doing it. So
did you ever try it with a composite cable?
I tried it with. I need to find a composite cable. That's the problem. That's one of the problems.
Man, PlayStation composite aren't they?
I mean,
they're everywhere.
I'm sure I have them somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they are freaking everywhere.
Well, yeah. If you, that's what I had to do.
Go into any thrift store and look in their cables. You'll find 10 of them.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's as simple as the one I had, Musty. I mean, I put it on composite, checked the component out. It was using RGB. I switched it to the regular whatever the YPR PB whatever that thing is. Chromiance one, and then it worked just fine. So
we've all picked up PS2s relatively recently. The one I got last week works perfectly, and it didn't have that video issue. I plugged it in with component, and it worked immediately.
Yeah. Oh, I think it must be the reason I'm mentioning it is because I found it odd that someone would switch it to RBG. That's got to be a more unlikely setting than the regular. Am I wrong? I don't know. RGB seems like whoever was using it used to have quite the setup.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it worked because the guy who gave them to me said they all worked, so I didn't test them out. I just kind of cleaned them, and that was it. I didn't have time. So
I wouldn't have been all that bent out of shape about it. We got the games from you, and it was a donation anyway. But yeah, it seems to work, and I got the component working too, so it's in my it's not my go-to PS2.
Nice.
I haven't put a lot of hours into it yet, but so far it appears to be working just fine. So thank you.
Well, it's for the cause, man.
Yeah.
There's a donation, and that's incentive for people to donate. So.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I still got 2 of those packets left to give it on game day to people.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I remember you had a couple in your greasy trunk. It's not the trunk that's greasy; it's the deal that's greasy.
The deal is the trunk's clean.
Yeah, I know. I'm teasing you. It's a greasy trunk. Yeah.
I still got to order one of those shirts. I totally forgot about that. I saw them on the site there.
For what it's worth, that TeePublic site, they do sales it seems like once every other week. So
yeah.
I would advise people not to buy unless there's a 30% off sale. They just had one this past weekend. So they seem to do it pretty regularly. So if you can, wait. Because in my estimation, the shipping is pretty expensive on that site.
Yeah, I'm just hoping Santa Claus brings it.
I get you. Gotcha. And Musty, I never figured out my tag problem. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's odd.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
What tag problem?
If you go to the TeePublic, so my storefront is called Mighty Q Dog. If you search for Mighty Q Dog on TeePublic, nothing comes up. It's not finding any of my stuff, and I don't know why. So you can search for Mighty
if you type
Q Dog, or
my stuff comes up.
Your stuff comes up, and Hobbit. God help you if you search for Hobbit. There's I think we counted 27 pages of Hobbit stuff. So yeah, your stuff comes up. My best theory at the moment is that Q Dog is not a word, whereas Musty and Hobbit are words. And I don't know or it's just it's so small because we are likely the only thing on that site that has Q Dog DAWG as a tag. I don't know. I haven't contacted their support. In any case, it's impossible to find my stuff without the direct link.
Or going to the Cartridge Club page.
Or going to the Cartridge Club page. I don't care. I mean, it's not up there because I'm planning on making a bunch of money in T-shirts, believe me.
Yeah. But it is an inconvenience.
It's kind of an annoyance, that you can't search for my stuff and have it just come up. But anyway, you guys should wait for a sale on that one.
Yeah. Does anyone have some of the shirts from there, though?
I haven't ordered anything yet. Musty, did you order?
I ordered the mic shirt that I created.
Catherine might be able to comment. She's in the.
I'm just wondering.
I gotta
that would help me so much because I'm just wondering how the shirts fit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if they're any good quality. Do you have one, Ryan?
Yeah, that Cartridge Club shirt I wore to Toronto for for the Barry
But that
Green
wasn't
show.
a Teespring one or a TeePublic one, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was on
was.
Derek. It was on Derek's store. He had
I didn't
one.
realize it was already up at that point.
He had one up before we moved it to the Cartridge Club store. So.
Oh yeah, I think
It's really it's soft. It's if you like those like soft fitting shirts. That's
Yeah.
what it's like. So.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like more like the fit of the actual clothes. Like, how does it fit for size?
Well, I bought a large. I was happy with it. It's like I'm one of those people that wears like shirts in between large and extra large,
Okay.
and I felt as if it was right. I felt it was like the right size large, if you will.
Okay. Yeah, because
it wasn't a short fitting large, you know.
Yeah, I have a problem with shirt sizes right now, just because I lost like 35 pounds almost. So I'm just
congratulations.
Yeah, which is awesome. It's a good problem to have, but like this is a new shirt, and I usually wore an XL, and now I'm down to a large for most things like t-shirts. And this is a medium. I don't know what the hell they're doing with their long sleeve shirts, but I had to get all the long sleeve shirts in medium. It's like that's 2 sizes smaller than I normally wear, but this fits perfectly, and it's really strange. So I just cut
probably a large or something. You know,
yeah,
it's a fitting. It's kind of like a fitting large. You know,
like,
it's not tight, not tight on you, but
yeah, like a modern fit, just kind of trim.
Yeah, and it's not. I didn't order. I know there's the 3 different kinds you can at least buy. You can buy like the relaxed one or something like that, you know, or muscle ones. I just bought the regular straight up t-shirt. So
okay,
it's soft. It's soft. So
the Joe style.
Yeah, the Joe style.
Yeah, I should look into like their return policy, like if I get the wrong size or something.
I don't think you can if it's a shirt like that, but
yeah, that's kind of the kicker for me then, just because of the shipping cost.
Yeah, the shipping's pretty
they have a size chart on there. I'll just do some measurements. But yeah, I just figured I'd ask if anyone had them.
Not yet.
Okay. Because yeah, both my cards, all 3 Cartridge Club shirts I have do not fit anymore. So that's a thing.
Oh.
They have pillow things, and you turn them into pillows.
Yeah, they've been upgraded to tarp status on me.
Well,
did I miss pickups?
Yeah,
I did.
They're done. You'll have to watch the review on YouTube tomorrow. Sorry,
I got stuff that I could show.
Do you want? We could probably tell you what the pickups are if you want to know.
Well, if you want to see what I got,
I want to see what you got. So, do we have to tell you what we got first?
No.
Okay. Is that okay, guys? If he shows us,
anything.
I just said, yeah, I want to see. I don't know.
First.
Okay. So this came in the mail today. This was mail call. I don't know. I bought this. It was listed as brand new. I don't know if it is. I'm gonna have to open it up. It's still sealed. I only question the wrapping. I was actually, so I'll tell the story behind this real quick here. So I bought this on eBay. I bought this last week. So I got this new phone the other day. I got the iPhone SE. And so it's about the same size. So here's my case. It's a Genesis.
That's
case.
awesome.
Of course it is.
Cool.
So find a Shenmue case.
I couldn't find one. Or at least I wasn't looking for one. But
were you looking for sailors?
No, I was not looking for sailors. So I was kind of disappointed because the applications I used to cross off or for the NES collector and N64 collector and all the other ones I bought no longer work. So I found this new application called Retrolect, but it's a free one on an iPhone. I was just looking for like, what can I use to have something to help cross off games on. So let's just give an example. Here's under Sega. Here's all the consoles they have, and then basically, let's look up Dreamcast. So basically, they're all listed. There's no actual prices, like the average price going for. Just a link to eBay, and you can cross it off. So you can say, "Oh, okay, I have it checked. I have this game." So I was just like going across some titles here, crossing off what I had, and I came across Typing of the Dead. So I clicked on it, and then he gets to this side where it says, here's some reviews for it, and search the web or find on eBay. So I just clicked find on eBay, and the first one popped up was $20 brand new for Typing of the Dead, and the guy had about like 10 left. So I quickly, I was like, well, that's cheaper than, because I think it normally sells for about $32 on eBay, used. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna get it probably at Portland for that price, and it's on my Portland list for $20 brand new. I only questioned the wrapping. I don't know if this was the original wrap style of the Dreamcast.
Is it shrink wrapped or is it cellophane wrapped?
I think
like with the folds. Is it like a shrink wrapped or it's heat shrinked?
I don't know. I just don't think. I just don't think it is. I thought I remember them having the peel top too, but I'm not 100%
Dreamcast. You mean like the sticker?
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that.
Dreamcast have those. I can go check. I've got a sealed Phantasy Star Online too.
Yeah, if you could. I mean, I'm gonna open it anyways. I just question it being brand new.
Yeah, here I'll go. I'll go grab one. I got one like 5 millimeters from my face here. So just give me a second.
Sure. I just question the wrapping on it being brand new. Anyways, it was.
Why don't you just open? I mean, do you have?
I'm going to. I just went because you guys, claim you have a sealed game.
This is sealed. It's cellophane. It's not a shrink wrap. Mm-hmm. It's full. So you know what I mean by that? It's like plastic, and it's folded over. Mm-hmm. It's got the seams that are folded, and there's no stickers. Where am I here? You probably can't see it. There's no sticker.
Okay.
It's just the shrink wrap.
Sure.
It's not the shrink wrap. Just the folded cellophane. Where you got to dig into the thing and.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play
it. Seal or whatever it is.
But this is Phantasy Star Online 2. And you know what? I think I have Virtua Tennis 2K2 sealed also. I'll check that one. That's not to say that game is this way, but...
All right, so mine doesn't have any weird sticker on it, but it's sealed.
Is it shrinked or cellophane?
I believe it's shrinked. I mean, it has like those little kind of, rough parts in the corner. And then down the back of this one, though, there seems to be like this, I don't know, like plastic piece or something. I don't really get it.
Yeah, this one doesn't have that. This one is more along the line of it almost feels like it was in a, I don't know if it was a bag or whatnot. It doesn't feel heat shrink though. That's the thing about it. But it doesn't have.
Does that have any lines on the back of it?
No.
Mine doesn't either.
That just might be a flaw in the heat shrink on mine though.
Yeah.
Mine are not heat shrinked. Mine are folded over plastic.
Let me do a live opening real quick here, or should I save it?
No, he's going to break.
You have the keyboard? Do you have the keyboard?
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
You should play it then. You should definitely open it. That's a great, fun game to play.
I will. I'll save this for after I get done here with the opening. Right. I'll do the live opening here.
I'm all excited about opening
a sealed game. So I got that. I found this. No, that's not it. Oh well, I've probably lost that again. I had it last week and I forgot to show it. But
these are the worst pickups.
Hold on 1 second.
So unprofessional. Jeez.
All right, fine. I'm gonna go put my game back before things get disheveled here.
Here it is.
All right.
Okay, so I found this at Goodwill the previous week, but I forgot to show it in pickups last week, so I'm going to show it now.
If you control that bag into the microphone, I'm muting you.
Oh, God. He did mute him. You're muted.
I wasn't lying.
Okay.
So I found a Super Nintendo multi-tap.
You didn't show that last week? I thought
I forgot all about it. So I found it on a Friday. So there was no discount pertaining to it. You can see it's still dirty. I haven't cleaned it yet, but I left the tag on to show the price. So it's $2.99.
That's
apparently the price is kind of high on this thing here. I don't know if it's because of the Hudson soft B.
That's what I've heard too. That Hudson.
And this isn't peeling. This is just, I guess, like a layer of plastic on top of, kind of like if you ever get a device,
like a little protective layer
that no one ever pulled off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't someone else get a multi-tap like that recently?
I thought.
Who?
He got a different multi-tap.
Yeah, he got a different.
It was the non-Hudson one.
Oh, who was that?
Hodge, I thought.
Hodge. Yeah, okay. I thought I saw it on YouTube. Yeah, okay. No, that's a good. I think that's a good pickup, Ryan.
I love that.
$3.
I know Japan's got a sweet version of that because they have one with like Bomberman's head for Because I was just looking it up when I was in the store. I'm like, this is a good price. I kind of remember seeing these for $5 to $10 back in the day, and then I saw that it seems like it's kind of people are asking $40 for that thing, which is a little high.
That's a really good one, man. That's exactly what I was looking for when I was running around different game shows recently.
So I'll show everything here, and then I'll tell you the price here, basically. So, got this.
Ooh.
Wait, what was it? I'm sorry, I missed it. I flipped away for a second. Oh, nice. Okay.
One of these. I found this last week Wednesday. It wasn't at Goodwill. It was at USA Thrift. So that means student discount, 20% off.
That's the better discount, right?
That's the better discount, 20%. So you got a gun, I got a power cable, RF cable, 2 controllers.
Wow.
What color is the gun? Is it the gray gun?
It's the gray gun.
Oh, nice.
It's the gray gun.
Yeah.
The big boy gun.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I grabbed because there's a stack of games.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
I grabbed some the ones that I thought were really good trade bait and games that I didn't have in my collection. I left a bunch there because I was already paying a decent amount for this stuff. You'll see in a second here.
Bring it with you to Portland.
So I'll show. I guess I'll show the trade bait first.
Okay.
I'll show the trade bait because this stuff I already have and I bought just for the purpose of I'm probably gonna try to sell these games maybe with the console to see if I can get some money back. I'll tell you straight up what I paid straight up for it right now. So the original price was like pushing. It was like 170 something for this. Student discount brought it down to 142.66.
Yeah.
So I'll show what I got here. And then what's it called? Like I said, I'm gonna try to sell this NES and these games right here, and hopefully this can pay for what I bought. That was my intended purpose for buying this. I wasn't gonna buy that NES, but it was listed. The NES was listed at $40. Student discount brought it down to $32. So that's why I was like, I'm not gonna. When I included the controllers and the guns and everything, so I figured I was like, that's a really good price for that, and I could probably make something on that. And in these games right here for trade here. So these are the trade bait games. This was not senior discount. This was student discount.
Well, you can combine them. You've said you've combined them before.
Kirby's Adventure.
Okay, that's
beautiful.
Good one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Castlevania. Mega Man 3.
What?
There you go. Okay, so that's definitely worth what you paid.
Mega Man 4.
There you go.
Oh, come on.
And then Turtles 2 arcade game. These are my tradable doubles here. So I'm gonna try to sell this in the NES and try to get that 142 for it. I kind of want to
easily be able to do that. Man.
I've been told I could probably ask for 200 and see if anyone's be willing to bite at that for that price. And if anything, what's it called? I would like to get 150. But if not, if I could get this to pay for that 142.66, I'd be really happy.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it eBay or?
I'm gonna do like Let Go and what's called the other site.
I'd say try those out first. If you don't get your price, just pop it up on eBay.
Yeah, because then you could do the buy it now or best offer or like the auction thing. And then you set the buy it now at 200, and then someone can offer otherwise.
Now some of these might not be really attractive, but I don't own them, and some of them are kind of pricey. So this one is probably the least valuable so far here, but I don't own it, which is Championship Pool.
Yeah.
Championship Pool.
Best one you've shown so far.
Rollerblade Racer.
I'm sure that's a gem.
It's kind of some of these are really uncommon. So
yeah. I mean, I don't see it all the time, but
Smash TV.
That's cool.
This one's a really familiar name. Defenders of Dinotron City.
That's awesome. I want to get that one.
No idea.
Crash Test Dummies. This is a Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Dragon Strike game.
Cool.
Kind of pricey. Prince of Persia. Nightshade.
That's one on my list too.
Yeah, so those are the ones. I thought there might be one more, but that's it for games that I didn't have in my collection that are now part of my collection. So, like I said, if I could get basically what I paid for it, I'd be very happy, just so I could get these games for free. So that's my ultimate goal, is to flip it. Maybe I can make even a couple $dollars more. But that's my goal. I was planning on cleaning it yesterday, but then I figured I'd rather just, what's it called? I don't know. I got kind of lazy yesterday, so I'm going to try to maybe clean it tomorrow. Clean the games up. Clean the console up. One little downfall, though, about the console is it has the person who bought it chipped it right there. But it opens and everything. It's just, the only thing is like what's called this part right here,
Yeah.
Oh
So.
yeah.
But I think someone would be willing still to buy it, for a decent price. So.
Yeah, just as long as you disclose the minor cosmetic wear.
Yeah. And I have I could throw a Mario Duck Hunt in there too. I know there was there was a lot of commons that were in there too that I passed on. There was a Mario Duck Hunt in there, but I figured I didn't need to buy it again. I think I have a double of it anyways. So I could probably throw that in when I'm trying to sell this this Nintendo and those games. I was gonna probably, like I said, try to sell them all together in one, as opposed to trying to break it up.
Yeah.
But
that's an awesome find, man. That's really great.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wasn't Sean looking for Castlevania or something, or did he ever get
I got it for the trip, so.
Oh, okay.
I found a whole bunch of disappointment the last couple of weeks.
Well, I've been in such a dry spell right now that was my biggest, I struck oil last week Wednesday.
Yeah. I have no chance, man. The guy told me they put stuff out at a certain time and I can't be there. Now I'm screwed because they used to just bring it out randomly so I could find stuff. I saw this. Forget about it. It's done deal. As soon
as I saw that stack of NES games, I went immediately and got the, because they're behind glass, I started ringing the bell. I was like, can I see these games here? And then sure enough, there's other guy kind of moved right in right when the person's coming. He's like, oh, are you getting these NES games? I was like, I'm looking at him, and he kind of just walked away with his head down like I just beat him to it. And she goes, oh, I just put these out about an hour ago. You're the first person to notice it. And I was like, good. So,
that's exactly the position I want to be in.
But I'm glad I beat this guy here too, basically too, because that guy just walked away. So
I'll be right back.
That's awesome that a lot of those the high price games or whatever you've already got. So that's cool.
So yeah, like I said, this is all about funding my collection too. So
it's perfect, man. You're gonna easily recoup your cash on that, and you get games for free.
I might
that's the way to do it.
I might flip the Castlevania with my Castlevania, because mine's a 3-screw and this one's a 5-screw. And
the label looks pretty crispy on all those things, too, man, for the most part.
Yeah, those labels look great.
They are pretty good shape, so I'm very happy with them. Like I said, I think these are I grabbed these because these I know will go instantly. The ones that I left would be the only thing I kind of kicking myself was because I found they had a Tiny Toons cartoon workshop in there too, and I bought it previously at the Carney store the week prior, where I know I could get a better price. But like I said, that one's like a $10 to $12 game. That one isn't going to be one that sells right away anyway. So there's a bunch of commons, like a Marble Madness in there, and I don't know, your normal basic stuff on the NES. No Mario 3 or 2. I would have snagged those right away because people want those, or a Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I grabbed anything that I know will probably sell instantly. So, or like I said, if I did have in my collection. So,
that's crazy fine, man. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I
thought, pricey, but definitely worth it.
Well, Eric, I thought about bringing it to Portland, but I find out at conventions, basically, I always have to. I will get lowballed before I even get any fair value on something. So
yeah, no, if you're trying to flip that for,
I want to sell it before I come to Portland. So I want to sell before I go to Portland.
Oh,
so
man,
so I have some pocket change or something.
All right. Well, I was going to tell you,
was there anything particular
if you want to split out that Mega Man 4,
I can.
Let me know what you're thinking on it, and I might be interested, but I don't want to derail your attempts to.
Is that the only one you're missing, or something like that?
That's the one. Yeah, that's the only one of those ones that I would be I'm missing and interested in.
Okay.
I have all the rest of them. Though I could also use a label upgrade on Castlevania. So. but that's not a thing. All right. Yeah. Anyway, let me know if you're. I don't know. Like I said,
Sure.
I don't want to derail you, but I am interested in Mega Man 4.
I will keep you updated. Basically, there's a
Thank
good
you.
chance I could probably bring it for you. So.
Yeah.
But if I get
just,
I'm not gonna lie though. If I get an insane offer, I probably will push.
No, you should. Yeah.
So.
You should be able to pick up Mega
pickup.
Man 4 fairly cheaply, though. It's not epic.
Yeah, no, it's not
pricey.
hard. No, I agree. It looks like those are in really good shape, and
yeah, it's true.
Depending on what he's asking for it, maybe.
Fun fact: this was the last Mega Man I needed to buy. Mega Man 4.
Is that right?
And it was one of my ones I played a lot as a kid too.
I always find 3 and 4 when I find Mega Man games out in the wild. Not that I do that often, but when I do, it's always 3 and 4.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before. 4 is.
That's too bad, man.
Had
I known that, I had one and I sold it at a show. And like, if I had known you needed it, like,
no.
I would have probably just gave it to you.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so yeah, now I wish you had known that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's no big deal. But 4 is probably the one I'll get next because of the 3 I need. I need 1, 5, and 1, 4, and 5. I think 1 and 5 are the more expensive ones here, and then 4 is a little bit less. But I was looking it up, Ryan. That's a $28 game, 27 according to price charts. I didn't check it on Game Prices Now or whatever it's called. Anyway, good pickup, definitely good pickup. You don't see stuff like that at Goodwill's. Where was it? Goodwill or the other shop? What was it?
This was at USA Thrift.
USA Thrift, yeah.
I would have found some stuff like that, I'm sure of it the other day, but they had to bring it out earlier than I got there.
Well, this is the same.
I walked over and there was a Mario duck hunt, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I brought out a bunch of stuff earlier, but people scooped it up." I'm like,
yeah.
Stop listening to your boss.
Yeah. This is the same clerk who's told me like anytime stuff like this gets put out, it's because it gets past the sorters in the back. Basically, anything like this, usually they just keep.
Wow.
They don't even put it in the store. So she's told me that before because she's like, yeah, anything that comes to the floor is because someone in the back did not claim it, basically. So,
wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's lame.
Who passed that stuff up?
Well, you got to imagine what's called.
It
These people are. That's probably one of the small benefits of working this place. I don't think they have like any benefits at all, like health. I think basically it's just straight up whatever the hourly pay you get. There's like no health or anything. This is like a real like. I don't want to say mom and pop shop place, but it's really just kind of like I rarely see like a manager there ever. It's always just seems like there's just a couple people working. So it might be only a few benefits as you get first dibs on anything that comes to the store.
If I worked at a place like that, I'd probably be doing the same thing.
Yep. They're all like it's just all like teenagers basically work there.
Yeah.
I should just open up a thrift shop and say any video game that comes through this place has to go through my office first.
This one is not a charity
you
store.
Can sell anything else. I don't care. Everything else you can sell, but any video game comes through goes through my hands first.
Like I said, I think this one isn't a charity store. This one's straight up just a straight up thrift store. Like someone just bought the building and just like, all right, thrift shop, bring it. What idea? Basically, just have everyone just drop your rummage sale junk off here, basically, and we'll sell it. Basically, we'll take it for free. And then we'll sell it, And
then we'll sell it.
I think I'm just gonna walk around my neighborhood with like little pamphlets, just put them in everybody's door.
Troy's
video
store.
Yeah. Old video stuff, I'll buy it from you.
I always find the best deals at like church thrift stores.
Yeah.
They get like the best stuff for some reason. Or at least locally to me.
Is that because like Christians can afford video game systems in the 80s?
That or like people
devil tools out of the house.
That or people feel like that's better to donate to than the other places around here, I guess.
It's called guilt.
Oh, hey, guilt.
I have a response to that, but I'm not even going to that. I don't want to open that can of worms.
Yeah. That was still good though.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, you got to open up typing.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
I'm not. You don't really have to.
No, we're doing it.
He's gonna be a rich man soon, anyways. After he sells all that NES stuff, so go ahead.
That is a great pickup, yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you weren't
So
trying
you
to
say-
get scummy reseller prices on it, then I'd probably offer on something.
Yeah, you should totally jack it up and put it on Facebook and
Well,
get yelled at.
I'm just trying to get something before Portland. Is what it is.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
And I
That
re-
makes sense.
You should write a story about it when you're selling it, so you can explain how you need money for Portland because you're a starving.
How about I
kid.
sell to you these 5 games and the NES for $150? How's that sound?
Yeah.
I couldn't afford your American prices. It would kill me.
I was gonna put it up for 200 just to see if anyone bites. So I'm giving you a discount, basically. I'm basically doing you a favor.
Oh, that's a bill line right there. I'm doing you a favor by not charging you $200.
Hashtag dunk and run.
Good Lord.
Oh my god, you guys are killing me with this. This is hilarious.
Maybe I'll crack open my superpower book here. Give it a look-see.
This is the unboxing segment.
Yeah. This will be a new segment.
So if we're gonna do this, then I might as well go open up that Zelda amiibo.
Yeah.
Zelda amiibo.
Yeah.
Oh. Got a sexy way about opening games there, buddy.
I know, right?
Got some serious action going on there.
All right. Does it
All right,
look
what's in
legit?
there?
I get a play to win card here.
Okay, that's
Sweepstakes rules.
That tells me it's probably not a rewrap, buddy.
Probably.
okay. This is like the least interesting part of that game.
Ooh.
Oh, so crispy.
Wow.
Got it.
I don't remember that disc being red.
You got it?
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Just because I don't remember, it doesn't mean anything.
Let's see, go get
Yeah,
a
I bought it at
notification.
Toys R Us on clearance with the keyboard one. We were like, what the hell? Back
It's
in
got
the day.
Wow.
The old security piece right there.
Great pickup.
Once I bought something at Walmart and then I walked into HMV and the alarm went off. And they're like, and I'm like, I don't know why that's happening. And then the guy at the counter goes, because Walmart sucks. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right.
I wonder if that happens more often than you think.
Yeah, probably. Probably every time. Because it's like in the mall too, so they're basically attached, right?
Yep.
My disc is the same as yours, Ryan.
Yay!
We don't want to see your pre-opened discs.
I know. I was just going for confirmation, but
No, I appreciate it because I want to make sure I wasn't getting some.
yeah, it's exactly the same. It's a
Yeah.
bright red with the zombies and whatnot on it. So yeah,
fancy.
good job. Definitely recommend giving that a whirl.
Well, what's he called? I went back and checked his store today, and he had 2 copies left, but he jacked the price up from $20 to $30.
Yes.
So I think he
Oh,
realized
you probably got a bunch of them bought.
Well, I think he,
Okay.
I think he had a bunch of them because I think I said like either 10 or 12 available when I bought it, and I see like it says like I think he sold now. Previously, he sold 90, so I imagine that people jumped on it right away when they saw it at the $20 price,
Yeah.
and then he probably realized he had it too low because
Yeah.
people are selling it for $32, $35 for this game loose, used.
These games are moving really quickly. I wonder if I priced it wrong.
Yeah. So, but I'm happy with it. It was a game on my Portland list, so it's been crossed off now.
Good job.
Yep.
Definitely a good Dreamcast game to have. Oh, this is a nice book.
The Typing of the Dead.
It's so awesome. They have little keyboards strapped to their chests. and
Yes, that's
Dreamcast
great.
systems.
This one's also a 2-player game, so you get to have 2 keyboards. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, bring your keyboard along and we can play a 2-player.
Hell yeah!
Sorry, we never made it to the expo because we were playing Typing of the Dead 2-player.
We were just improving our typing skills here.
Is that what you got, Musty? That's
This one.
the Princess.
That's Zelda.
Yep.
Yeah, I just got that
Zelda.
too. That one's hard to come by.
Zelda.
I know. Should I open it?
Sure.
If you want me to cry, yeah.
No.
We're just gonna go rough with this one.
Up to you. It's your amiibo.
Well,
You don't
I
even-
thought about
you don't
running
even
up and
preserve
grabbing
the
the
backs?
box cutter.
Huh?
Thought about getting the box cutter.
Do the box cutter technique where you go in from the bottom.
Ouch!
Musty, no. Oh,
Dude,
Yeah, it's already ruined anyway.
I would love to see you get like box cuts all over your hand because you were trying to open it rough. Yeah, ruined. Ruined.
beautiful
Artwork
artwork.
dead. Death of artwork. Oh my god, he's getting fingerprints all over it.
The death of artwork and the
He's getting
Sell-
fingerprints all over it.
I should save these and sell them back to people.
There you go.
Oh, that might be. Yeah. Very cool.
Yay.
So do you have them all now? The
Nope.
Breath of the Wild?
I do not.
Mm.
Actually, she's the
Oh,
only
people
Breath of the
still
Wild
playing
one I
that?
have.
Oh, really? Why'd you buy her?
Because I saw her like they had just done a restock, and I knew that she was hard to come by, so
Okay.
I was like, $15, sure. And I've seen the Archer. I've seen the Archer. I've seen the other ones. It's just when I saw that, it was like if I really wanted to flip this, I could for $30 to $45 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not a scumbag reseller?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
And besides, I have other Zelda amiibos up here, so
That's cool. Do you unbox all of them?
they're loose. I got them loose. Or I had them. I originally had gotten them and then opened them all so I could use them. Then I sold them off to somebody, and then I ended up finding them when GameStop was doing their buy 2 get 3 free.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, and I found I found Link. I got Link and Zelda in that. The Smash Brothers Link and the Smash Brothers Zelda. That was before they announced that they were going to do special things.
That you talk about P stand link?
Yep. P-Stand Link. That is correct.
So ultimately,
That's the valuable one
based
because
on
it
that,
unlocks Epona.
The most sought after of variants.
Based on the price of those things, is it worth what you get when you unlock, like whatever it unlocks it? Is that even worth it?
Well, I mean, as each game that uses the functionality comes out, the cost of the DLC is less, if you want to think of it that way.
So do you feel that the Zelda ones, are like the cost of them, match the quality of the DLC that you're getting?
I mean, I haven't scanned her yet, so I don't know.
Oh,
Here's the thing, though. You shouldn't be thinking of it as just a DLC thing, because they're also nice figures.
It is.
sure, that's granted too. But,
Yeah, you should think of it as like a nice figurine that comes with some bonus game content if you scan it.
Yeah.
Like she's got the crest on the stand there. I don't know if you can touch that. There you can.
Because it's kind of that angle there was a little bit risque, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
I want to look down her top. Jeez.
My bad.
Yeah, looking down. Yeah, all right.
My bad. You want me to break out the Lunar thing again?
Yeah, I don't think he was there for that.
I missed that.
I missed it.
Yeah, so dude who helped fix my computer put this in my hands.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing that picture.
Except there's no game. It has the case for the game, and then there has the soundtrack and making of discs.
Wow.
But no manual, no games. So, and there's also supposed to be a art book and a map. But I was pointing out that on the back there's some 2B stuff going on there.
I think she's missing a little bit of skirt with the skirt.
That's what we were saying.
We call that upskirt.
So it's a very wide belt.
Yeah.
And come on, guys. How am I going to monetize this if we're not going to be we're not going to be ad friendly?
Come on, sex sells here. Okay, gets the clicks. It's you put that as the thumbnail now.
Right. Yeah. The thumbnail's just bam.
Ooh.
Is it going to focus? Focus.
You know.
No.
You get it.
Oh, she's wearing pants. I was gonna say, let's see if we can get some upskirt action there too.
Alternate thumbnail. Alternate thumbnail ideas.
What is that even from?
I don't remember, but it's
30 Rock.
appropriate.
It's from 30 Rock.
Okay.
No, it's 30 Rock.
Is it? Oh, that's
The thing with Buscemi saying,
Yeah.
what is he saying? Hello, fellow children?
How do you do, fellow kids?
Oh, fellow kids, yeah. How do you do, fellow kids? All right.
I'm just going to keep that tab open every time we do these now.
So I was looking this cable up, the System Link cable.
Yeah.
There's basically nothing that you'd want to use this for. Like there is probably about 5 North American games that support System Link on the Saturn.
Do you know off the top of your head what ones they are? Are they like the fighting games or racing or
Not it was one of them's like one of the NASCAR games.
NASCAR?
Daytona.
Yeah, I think Daytona. One of the versions of Daytona
Okay.
used it, so I guess that would be decent. But I mean, if I'm gonna play a racing game, I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Right. I just want to say I really wish you hadn't talked over that.
over what?
Over
Ryan
Ryan
singing
Daytona.
Daytona.
Oh, sorry. Could have used it later.
Yep.
As
Missed opportunity.
I wonder if any of the Saturn do the Saturn games have like a thing on them that'll indicate whether they take the net link or
I
the
think they all should. I mean,
game link.
it's probably one of those. Oh yeah, I wouldn't start looking through your collection. It's literally like 5 games.
No, I'm just wondering. I have these 2 Daytona versions here. I'm wondering if either one of them says.
If for some reason somebody doesn't own all the Borderlands games on PC already and they want them, there's a Humble Bundle currently going that has all of them in there. There's other games in there as well, but Borderlands is the main pull.
That Games with Gold Mass Effect sale is crazy.
It's just the DLC, isn't it? I didn't see the games, at least not for Mass Effect 2.
I didn't really go through it, but like there's some of those for 3 that I've never played, like Citadel and
maybe I should check to see which ones I've got. I'm pretty sure I have the Mass Effect 2 ones.
I know I have all of them for Mass Effect 2, but I've never played any of them.
And the other thing is, if you have the trilogy, you know, the trilogy came with a bunch of the DLC.
Yeah, I got
but not all of them.
I got the trilogy for like $3 on PlayStation at some point.
You did, really? Wow.
Yeah, but it comes with all the DLC for one, and well, all the available DLC for one. One of them like wasn't compatible for whatever reason.
Yeah.
No idea. But all the ones for 2, but it only comes with like a little tiny bit for 3 or nothing at all. But the trilogy on different platforms comes with different things depending on what system you're getting it for.
Yes.
It's really strange. It's
I
really weird.
That.
Yep.
I was just looking that up because I remember that. And I actually bought the trilogy for the PS3 partially because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And also because that was the way to get Mass Effect 1 on the PS3.
Yeah. I played 1 and 2 on 360 though, so I'd rather have 3 on there.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
But I only bought the trilogy on PS3 because it was super cheap, and I had it as like a backup if I, for some reason, just needed to get to the game and didn't have time to find that copy.
Yeah.
I started up.
I'm trying to find a list about that thing, but it's eluding me now.
Yeah, I know I've seen a chart of it somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment.
It is literally like 5 North American games, and then there's some Japanese ones.
I started up Mass Effect 2 on PS3, and part of me looking at that game questions if I should be doing that or if I should just play it on 360 visually.
360 is probably the better version.
The facial animations look and maybe it's just antiquated because it's 7 years old at this point. But like the mouths, there's a lot of like that pursing, like Kermit the Frog mouth thing happening.
Okay.
You know, that thing.
None of the games are in there. It's all DLC. That's mildly irritating for the 360 sale.
I'm sorry, what was that, Fitnet?
Mass Effect DLC on 360 and Xbox One sale.
Yeah.
There's none of the games. It's just the DLC.
Yeah, that was one I saw too.
Mars Warlogs.
Well, if I can get through
$250, that might be worth it.
Final Fantasy and Castlevania, I am going to probably start up Andromeda.
In November?
Huh?
In November?
Well, as soon as I can.
Underground.
It's going to be, yeah. I'm not going to play Mass Effect 2. I'd rather play Andromeda, so may as well tie it with the...
Same here, buddy. Me and you, November.
Yeah. Gotta get
we're making it a thing here.
We'll do our best. Yeah, we'll
try to drag some people to the underground with us here.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping.
If I can get through 2 in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, so you have to play 2, don't you?
Well,
I'm thinking myself though, because that same deluxe edition I think got down to $13 now.
I know. It keeps going down. I'm so irritated. Not really irritated, but a little irritated. Yeah, it's $13 now. I think I paid $20.
It can't go much lower than that.
Yeah, I know.
$15.96. I know, because that's how much I paid at Best Buy for it. I brought it right to him. I was like,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Price match.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. I can't find a good chart with the Mass Effect stuff. Come on. Search here. Downloadable content I have for it.
Devolver Digital sale on PlayStation right now.
Those hacks?
Are you referring back to that E3 or whatever?
Kinda.
Okay. Just figured I'd mention it if anyone.
I'm being silly.
I know.
I just know that there were a lot of strong opinions, my own included.
You don't say.
About that presentation.
I still never watched that. I don't really care.
I mean, it is what it is.
It was a risk that did not necessarily pay off.
Who makes that Retro City Rampage? Because I saw that they have that Master System flip cover, like physical edition coming out for that game.
I don't know who makes it.
Did you see
it? Was it them? Or they did crap. What's it called?
I don't know if you can only order it through them or if it's actually be like sold at stores too. I see it's like a pre-order.
Oh crap! I was hoping you could get it through a regular retail channel.
Well, I'll just check Best Buy real quick here.
Is it out already?
No, but I saw it's a pre-order or something like that. So,
all right, you do that. I'll check Amazon.
Speaking of
what's it called? Retro City Rampage?
Yeah.
Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, I think I saw like one of the devs or something talking about that game at one of the early Vancouver Retro Gaming Expos.
Yeah.
Like in person. I had completely forgotten about that.
Amazon says for the Switch version is unavailable. Not pre-order, just unavailable.
Speaking of random digital games getting physical editions, anyone aware of that Azure Striker Gunvolt pack for Switch?
I've heard of that they're doing that. I just got that for the 3DS, and then I heard they're doing it for Switch.
Timing.
I know.
How's the 3DS doing these days compared? Because the Switch is portable, so do you guys know or heard anything?
Well, one of them has video games available for it, and I'm kidding.
Well, the new Metroid came out for 3DS, right? And a bunch
Yeah.
of people got that. So
I'm
I
surprised
don't.
they didn't have a Switch version of that.
You're surprised. I'm sorry. You said they're surprised they didn't.
Yeah, that they don't. Yeah,
That makes sense. You're right. That actually.
They
That
were
would
probably
make
a little
sense.
too far into the dev cycle to switch over to Switch on
that's
that
true
one.
too. I mean, they're probably it's probably like they started working on that years ago.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Or they wanted to have another title on 3DS. But why wouldn't you just do it on both? But
I'm sure there's a way to up it a bit so that it would work on the
Yeah.
Switch and look nice.
yeah, that would
Yeah.
be a really good. That would have been a really good way to push a new-ish title on the Switch at the time. Even just to release it digitally, that would have annoyed people.
That
Everybody's just gonna poop himself when Mario Odyssey comes out, anyways. So.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I pre-ordered. I finally. I gave in and pre-ordered that one.
I might
After
do that.
seeing the Nintendo World Championship, I'm like, this game looks like it could be pretty cool.
actually, now that I think about it, I won't be playing Ys 8 probably until that patch comes out.
Yeah.
Just in case I come up across any more errors, I might as well just patch it before I continue playing.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll free up some time for Mario. So I might as well just order that.
I don't know if they're doing it in Canada, but the U.S. has like a little
Nah, not Best
bunch
Buy.
of pre-order bonus. Okay.
I don't know.
Nothing.
I don't. I thought you were going to talk about the Gamers Club Unlocked thing, but I don't know about any pre-order bonuses.
They're doing a coin.
Whoa!
That's- I know it's not a big deal.
I'll check.
That's
the
so
ED
kind of
first.
cool. It's better than nothing.
It's better than
Yeah.
well, I did it because the Gamers Club Unlocked, and then they are also doing a $10 reward zone credit, which is only
Yeah.
good at Best Buy, but what the hell?
Mhm.
And then they have this coin, so
Use that.
The last cool thing that Canada got was the Crystal Xbox.
Ooh,
And
there
since
is
then-
a pre-order bonus.
And now it's just trash. Nothing left.
what's the bonus, Finette?
Hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah, that
I'm just
Crystal
gonna-
Xbox is cool.
They had at Best Buy for the Mario Rabbids. They had the Mario Rabbit hat, but
I'm just going to share this because this deserves visual representation.
Oh
That is
God!
air
the-
freshener.
So as Troy was saying, it's all crap. Sorry.
Yes,
A fair freshener. What the hell does Mario air freshener smell like?
it
like,
smells
man,
like
they-
disappointment.
Used to be a
wedding
it
dinner.
smells like disappointment. Children's tears on Christmas morning.
And maple
Yeah,
syrup.
Jeez,
You have to
all
keep
right.
that one sealed.
Probably a little hint of salt. Probably a hint of salt in there somewhere.
All right. Did you do yours at Best Buy, Ryan? I think you said you did, right?
I'm going to do it tomorrow.
You
Tomorrow's
haven't done it
payday
yet.
anyway, so I'll probably just do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I see
So dumb.
so I looked up
Yeah,
that
it's the
Retro
worst.
City Rampage,
Yeah.
the physical edition. It is only being sold by that company, V-Blink Entertainment. And they said right now currently it's sold out, but they will have a second printing. So
Okay. Well,
just keep an eye out. So
I guess I'm out.
yeah, no discount. I think it was only $40, and they get like the CD and 3D glasses and everything too. With
Yeah. Okay. I saw Riggs mention that he ordered it. See, I would order it for the reversible SMS cover. He ordered it because of the Super Mario 2. The manual looks like a Super Mario Brothers 2 manual.
it. Yeah.
That's they got a weird thing going there, right? They got a Master System and NES and
They did that at for Binding of Isaac when that first one came out because what's it called? The book, it looks like the Legend of Zelda book in the inside of it.
oh, is that right?
The original one. I don't know if there's
By the way, Ryan, they're doing another River City. Didn't you buy one of the 3DS River City games at Barry?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
They're making another one, aren't they?
for $30 or something like that, and you get the keychain.
Yeah, you get a keychain. Didn't the one you get have a keychain?
I didn't buy the one with the keychain.
Oh,
Oh, it's still sealed. So.
Did you end up keeping that for yourself?
Yeah,
Your friend didn't want it, or he got it himself, or
he bought it with the keychain or something like that, and
All right.
told me when I came back.
Is that going to be
Nice.
on the 3DS or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only pre-order bonus I can find in Canada. I think the 10% off from Amazon is a better bonus than that.
I would tend to agree with you.
Yeah. That's probably gonna be stupid expensive later, though. Which is dumb, but I don't care. That's like the Destiny 2 socks that were being offered at Best Buy, and it's like, I do not care. I do not care about getting socks for Destiny 2. I am not going that far out of my way for that.
But just think, if you're like lost in the woods or something like that, you could wipe your butt with them.
Practical.
All right. I got to take off, guys. It was good talking to you. I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
And next week you can expect that there'll probably be some PRGE, more PRGE talk.
I figured.
I'll be leaving Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. I'll see you next week.
I'm jealous and I don't get any pre-order bonuses. Sucks up here.
What's going on here on the world? What is with the Super Mario RPG 2 that someone's trying to get kickstarted?
Someone's trying to get that kickstarted?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I imagine the second it gets funded, Nintendo say,
Yeah, no doubt.
You lose your money. You lose your money.
Mm-hmm.
Get Nintendo and Square going at you on that one.
Mm-hmm. Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. I see there's a physical release coming out on the PS4 for that.
Of what?
Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
Oh, on which system?
PS4.
Okay.
And Xbox One.
My mom's probably going to want that.
That's some high-res tiles there.
Those are always fun, though. Like, those are, like, fun, like, party games and everything. And if you could do it, like, online, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks about Jeopardy is having to spell out the words. At least I remember that it was always, like, a nightmare. I'm like, how is this spelled? And then, like, there's, like, a minute 30 timer you have. I'm like, oh, Christ, I have to look this up here.
My mom used to play the hell out of the N64 version of Wheel of Fortune.
I loved, I think it was either Wheel of Fortune. No, it was either Jeopardy Junior or Jeopardy 25th anniversary on the NES. But there's like the guy who claps like this. I always thought it was funny. I don't know. I always chose that guy. I always liked Family Feud too. That was a fun one.
Yeah. I actually have the Genesis version of Family Feud. Complete in bucks.
CIB?
Yeah. It's in my sell pile currently.
Oh.
I wonder why. But if you want it, it's in probably the best shape I've ever seen.
Anyone see Blade Runner 2049?
No.
Haven't yet.
Did it just come out?
Yeah.
Last weekend.
Week.
Didn't do what they expected.
Well, it's I don't know, man. Blade Runner in a way is sort of obscure. Like, you'd have to be
the obscure classic known as Blade Runner.
Yeah, sure, but it's a classic in a sense that
it's more of a cult classic. I'll that.
Like that's the way I look at it. So if you're expecting it to do like gangbusters or something, you're out of luck.
They've been advertising the hell out of it, though.
Yeah. They said they were expecting 50 million this last week, and they got like 38.
We live in a world of too many remakes, I think. People are done with it.
But okay.
It's a sequel.
Whatever.
People weren't expecting it to
be an old thing trying to suck money out of it. Whatever you want to call it. That's what they're doing.
It's actually really good, apparently. But
yeah, I'm not discrediting it necessarily, but I think it's people are kind of getting tired of that.
Yeah, I'll grant that as well. I saw that they were doing a speaking of sequels and milking things. I saw that they were
thing?
No, but I saw that they were making a Lego Black Panther movie, and it's like, let the first movie come out first. Jesus, just let the thing exist before people can get tired of it.
I did like Lego Batman. If it's done by the same
That was
people.
a movie.
I don't think it's like a full theatrical like Lego Batman type thing. I think it's going to be one of those direct-to-video things because it's got a subtitle of Trouble in Wakanda, so that doesn't sound like a theatrical release.
Jafar needs glasses. That's
Is
Aladdin.
that actually a thing?
No, it was a Family Guy bit.
Oh,
It was they were talking about straight to DVD Disney movies.
Yeah.
Like, they really went off the rails with Aladdin 3.
Yeah.
Jafar needs glasses.
There actually was 2 sequels to Aladdin on VHS though.
were they any good?
I don't know. I watched the hell out of them as a kid, but that doesn't mean they were good.
Yeah, you could like something as a kid and it'd be total trash.
Yep.
See, someone else here is trying to do a Super Nintendo style book like Pat did for NES.
Yeah, it's already been done. What's the point?
Someone else is trying to do one now. So full on reviews and every game's rarity and whatnot. Like,
Print is dead.
that's what I don't think it'll sell. Like, granted, it's almost at its mark. It's at like $7,000 and needs $10,000 to be made. But everyone's just trying to do a book now these days, I guess. Who here has Pat's book?
No.
I do.
No.
I do. So half of us.
Half and half.
Yeah. 50% of the hangout here.
I already know what he thinks of Nintendo games. Why would I want to read that?
I think it's a good.
Like them enough to have them all.
Well,
He's a very vocal person. I'm pretty sure I could probably guess what he would say about Nintendo games.
Did the NES punk part of his name tip you off at all?
No, not in the slightest.
it's got an article here.
I don't think there's a thing in his book that I could look at that would tell me something that I couldn't find out by watching some YouTube video on something or other.
I think it's
Googling
coffee.
it.
I like it to have it as like a coffee table book, basically. To look through, so
You drink a lot of coffee?
we'll just put. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I work. I do.
Does it turn into a coffee table?
It weighs about as much.
Yeah, it's a coffee table book about coffee tables.
That was the joke.
So basically, the idea is that you're trying to show off how strong your coffee table is by having this very heavy book on it. So you're like, look, the classy person that I am, I can have a table that holds this book. Is that what you're telling me? I'm trying to psychoanalyze you right now. Sorry.
Me?
No, I don't know. It seems like it's a pretty pricey thing, right? Importing books from the United States is like a mathematical impossibility.
Hasn't Pat just come up to Canada a couple times to sell you this book?
I haven't seen him at any game shows that I frequent, so.
No, I thought he came up.
But they don't have panels. They don't have panels, and they don't pay for people to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's how it is. That's how it is for Midwest. They don't pay for their speakers. They just give you a room, and they give you basically they give you room and board, and they give you, I guess, your time to speak or something.
when the Waterloo swap was a thing, though, I do believe that they paid for Pete Diak to show up. Not Pete Diak, sorry. That's the organizer. Adam Koralik.
Ah,
I believe that they did
pay
for him to show up.
Why? His videos aren't like high production.
Yeah, but he has like tons of followers.
Yeah, I guess, but still, like, his videos aren't high production.
No,
I know he was talking it. I saw at least a video. He was like talking by your table or something like that.
Yeah. You can actually talk to him, which is kind of nice. But like again, there's no panels or anything at those shows, right? So
I always see him posting with like Riggs and everyone now, like he's part of their crew. And I was like, come on, Adam. I watch him because I think he's pretty like knowledgeable with the Dreamcast and stuff.
Sure.
But like I'm not saying like his show is like fantastic. Basically, it's I don't know.
I just watch it because honestly, if you watch his stuff, you're gonna learn something, and that's where I'm at with it, right?
Yeah,
he also like
not the highest production value, but it's very informative and well done.
Yeah.
He also has given bad advice too, though, for about some devices and everything. He's then since like a year later going back and corrected and everything too. But
yeah, which is all you can really do.
Well, that's honorable at the same time. I mean, when I talk to him in person, man, he's like awesome to talk to. He's just talks like a regular person. I feel like if I talked to Pat the NES Punk, I'd get snubbed or something because I'm like some low-level YouTuber.
Probably. You'd get the character instead of the person.
Yeah, or something like that, where he was just talking like a regular person, and that was cool.
Wow, you're a regular person?
Yep. You're actually not an actor. You're a regular person. That's amazing. How do you do that?
So there are some decent names attached to this Super Nintendo book that's coming out, apparently.
Riggs?
Yeah, Riggs is attached to it, Sean Long.
Well, Riggs.
Well, the guys... well, I mean, I don't know Sean Long. I should say that. I don't know him.
I see what you did there.
The guys from My Life in Gaming, John Hancock's in it.
Okay.
My Life in Gaming, that's pretty dope.
Reggie, Cygnus Destroyer's in there.
Like Reggie as in Radical Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie Williams.
There's a real human being right there, too. For sure.
That guy loves video games.
Oh, yeah. He has a wealth of knowledge of video games, like beyond imagine. Like
all the import stuff he knows, like obscure fighting games and all the yeah.
That's probably why he's attached to this book.
Literally, if there was a game show, it's like pit him against Wikipedia, he'd win when it comes to video games, guaranteed. Because he actually knows it.
He was at the auction last year for that Portland one. When we were at Portland, he was sitting right in front of us.
Oh, we didn't talk about the auction list. They put the list up.
Yeah, it kind of sucks this year.
I noticed that the 2 unfolded Earthbound boxes are there. I wonder if those are the same ones as last year.
People always could just buy it and redonate it, you know.
What's up?
I wonder if it's
unfolded box. In other words,
so they were printed and they're not yet, folded out to the rectangular shape.
Oh, that's pretty hype.
Yeah.
Nothing in it. There's no games, just the box.
It's still awesome.
But they're as pure as it can get, right? Like
yeah. That's just wild right there.
And then
you don't have enough games to fill the boxes that you printed. Bad math created this problem.
And now it'll go for a sick amount of money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Exercycle, I saw that.
That's cool.
Yeah. With both games.
There was a good re-res video on that.
We had one in my high school.
No way, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I used it a number of times.
Did you lose any weight?
Well, I was trying to gain it because I was playing football at the time.
Then what the hell are you doing on a bike for?
What are you doing on a bike playing video games? God. There was a stretch there when I was in my early 20s and we had a stationary bike and I would do that while playing a round of Tiger Woods. Like in the morning. That was just my very brief routine for a little bit.
So wait, you're like a jock nerd?
Sure.
What a hybrid, man. That's crazy.
That's right. Like a werewolf and a
vampire?
Vampire. That's right. The hair's there already.
I play hockey, but when I'm playing hockey, I don't play video games at the same time. So how you combine the two is just epic, really.
I also like the 1-to-1 activity comparison of stationary bike and golf.
Yeah. Well, there was that one mode. There was one year where they had was it Battle Golf, where you had to actually like sprint your character to where your ball was. It's a thing.
There's a game called Battle Golf because I would.
No,
definitely
it was
play
built into. I thought it was built into Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods Battle Golf.
that.
I just Googled it. Hold on. It's built into Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13.
Yeah.
This would have been early 2000s.
Speaking of weird word choices in relation to video games, I saw an article on, I think it was on Kotaku, of like, they said Assassin's Creed Origin will allow you to fight zombie pharaohs. And it's like, I believe those are called mummies. Was my immediate thought. Like,
That's awful. That's something got lost in translation on that one.
Assassin's Creed Zombie Pharaoh mode.
Yeah.
Perfect. Print it.
It's like zombies are like so hype right now. We have to have the word zombie. We can't call it what it is.
We'll get more clicks that way. But I just laughed when I saw it. It's like,
Oh my god.
Zombie
that's
Pharaoh
terrible.
mode.
That's great.
Okay. This is where we are in the world now.
Yeah, that is so miserably amazing.
Yep.
It's just all you can do is laugh.
Hold on, 2004.
Those ancient Egyptian
Tiger Woods
zombies.
2004. I'll need to look into the actual gameplay, but you play head to head and try to win each other's clubs. That's what it says. But I swear it's like a race. Like you hit the ball and you got to like sprint to your next shot.
So do you like massively button tapping or something?
I think that's what it was.
There's a more Battle Golf type segment in Happy Gilmore than that.
Early Trevino's fighting golf.
Bob Barker's Battle Golf.
Right.
You selected Power Drive.
You have selected no.
Do you want to play again?
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna see if I can find some gameplay.
Oh, we're waiting.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it out there that 3 hours in, we have gotten to the Googling Power Golf segment. Battle Golf. Correct.
You really have like an intro, really.
And
And the moment you've all been waiting for.
Battle golf. Oh, it's fine. Come on, YouTubes.
No.
That's gonna get you a strike right there.
Was that Black Flag? Sounded like TV Party Tonight.
It's Chris Gethard's Comedy Central special.
Who?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
Continuing to hold on.
You have selected Power Drive.
You used that one already.
No. I select
It's a very repetitive game.
Light Touch.
Well, this is
Tickling your ass with a feather.
yeah. Well, you guys can talk about Portland next week. I will be prepared to talk about Battle Golf.
We'll see who comes out on top.
Oh man.
Yeah. So are we
Well,
done?
Hopefully my mail comes tomorrow.
I am jealous that you guys are going to be going to Portland. I'll say that, and I'm not ashamed.
Hey, not me this time.
What?
It's just Ryan
Oh, really?
and Dean.
Yes, me.
Yeah, I'm not going this year.
All right.
Nor am I, and I'm probably the closest one to
Alright, well.
Portland.
Thank you for making me feel better.
I'm probably the closest one to Portland, and I'm not going.
Why, do you have a baptism or something?
No.
Man, they're really trying to talk up like Midwest right now too. Like they're talking. I saw that they advertised they worked with 42 Lounge, the couple used to own 42 Ale House, the restaurant we went to, Musty.
Mhm.
Yeah, because they got divorced like a year ago. So the wife took Lounge, which is downtown Milwaukee, and the husband took the restaurant, which is Ale House. I guess like they teamed up with Lounge for some after party where you can actually play the Super Nintendo, PlayStation. They're gonna have some games to try out on it.
Bad idea.
Yeah, at a bar.
Yeah.
At a bar, and they say they got like some DJ and karaoke's going on. I saw some postings for it, so
That'll turn out well.
I don't know. I've been to that place. That place has you've seen it, Musty. Like they have the multiple TV setup where you can play video games there. So they're more, they are willing to. I've been to that one before, where if you come to hang out, they'll say, "Oh, do you want to play a PlayStation 4 or Xbox or Switch?" Now that they have Switches there, so and you say what game you want to play, and they'll hook it up for you.
Do they say we would like to play?
I don't think so.
No.
No. I don't think so.
No. Tired.
Yeah, I think we're at the end.
This is the end.
This is the end. My only friend. The end.
Like I said, hopefully my mail
Yeah,
comes.
I didn't talk
Otherwise,
during
I'm gonna
this.
be
Like,
really-
so
yeah,
you can
it's,
use that now.
Yeah.
That was the point.
Yep.
Clip
Uh-huh.
and post.
Post it and
It'd be cool
post
if that lines up perfectly with it, so you can take Jim Morrison out and put me in there.
Yeah.
We don't need Jim Morrison anymore.
Everyone managed to stay quiet during the least useful clip possible. With the least amount of usable variety in a situation.
Hold on, I'm back at looking for Battle Golf.
And we're done.
No, that's some serious after hours hangout stuff right there.
That's right.
Oh, we're at midnight already? Man, this day kind of went by fast.
Well, that's because you lost some time there.
Yeah, I lost some time having to reset my router.
That's kind of when I stumbled in here. What was going on there? You just kind of
It just kept like getting really choppy, and I didn't know if it was you guys or my guys or me. All of a sudden, you guys froze for a minute, and then you came back, and then you froze again, and just said lost signal, and then everything I tried doing wouldn't work. And I thought maybe because it said there was updates ready to be installed, that maybe that was causing it or something. So I did a restart on my computer and let it install the updates, and that didn't fix it. That's why you saw me pop back up for a minute. And then he said, "Oh, there it goes. I can still hear you, but my screen was blank." So I just closed that out, and then I went and restarted the router. And now my internet's working great again. So
Interesting.
And now that we've covered the technical difficulties segment, I think we're done.
All right.
Or are we?
Yeah, sure.
Have any more Battle Golf to discuss?
I gotta get on this. So.
Okay.
I expect a full report on Twitter by tomorrow.
I will find it. I don't know which Tiger Woods I have, but I have one of them. I will find it.
Musty Hobbit presents Battle Golf.
Yeah, that's right. All right. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
yeah.
See you later.